Sorry, I just finally finished watching my movie. Wasn't much left. And I have a lot of shit on my mind right now tonight that's bothering me with people and how much I love people. And I don't like accusations. I'm not calling anybody out, but I'm a little fed up with stuff. Little fed up. I don't have much time on my YouTube thing, but oh well. But I'm going to pay for. I'm going to upgrade my channel. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well and your family's well. If you want to come on the panel, I have a link in the chat. Chat. Hopefully it works. If not, I'll have to go to my channel and open that up like an idiot, and I don't feel like it. Oh, well, we'll see if people show up. If not, oh, well. Maybe I made some enemies. Oh, well, that's life. And I personally don't care. I don't like people that say that or even think that I don't care about children. I do care about children. I care about the Bible. I care about a lot of people. And I don't want nobody ever thinking that. But we are going through so much in this world. Children missing, things happening. And now we are in a food shortage crisis. And nobody wants to take this seriously. We have mothers who can't even cash their freaking WIC checks.
Hello.
Where you at? Oh, hold on.
I am here.
How are you? How's the family?
Good.
I'm glad you subscribed and you came over.
I'm so happy that I'm getting your notifications too. They're actually showing up, which is
Oh, are they? Really? Wow.
shocking.
I hope you're feeling better.
I feel way better. How about you? How you
Oh, I
doing?
feel a
You
lot
sound
better.
better. A little.
Oh, yeah, I am better. Yeah. I'm getting there. I think I did it over with the shoveling, but even though the snow, like I said, it was light, very light. I mean, it was like powder. You just and it's done. It took me an hour, but oh
You're
well.
supposed to get more snow?
It's looking in the forecast from what I looked at. We're supposed to get some more, but it was supposed to snow this morning, but I didn't see anything. So hoping and praying that it's beautiful to look at, but sometimes when you're driving and the sun's out, it's like blinding. You got to put some sunglasses on.
Oh yeah, I don't like to drive in the snow at all. Not even a little.
I mean, I'm used to driving in the snow. I've got used to it. From my field of work, and we had a big major storm, and I was coming down the hill, and I was like, oh, I got to go home to my kids. I can't stay here. I can't. I didn't want my babies being alone. But I made it home. Plows were going, and I made it home down. And I almost went in the guard. This was funny. As the plow was coming up the hill, we met right there in the middle, and he started sliding towards me, and I started sliding toward the guardrail, and I was holding on to my wheel, and Charity, I was praying. God, please get me home safe, and please let this snowplow driver get control of his truck and guide him safely. And
Right?
it happened. I made it home. I parked my car and I said, crawled in bed, and I got my kids up. They stayed home.
Now that's why I
No
don't like
dad
to
left them
drive in
play
it
in the
anymore.
snow. Didn't
No, I
have
can't
school or
do it.
anything. Yeah, I worked nights. I went home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, there's no way. No way.
Nope. Nowadays I don't have to. And I'm like, if I get a job that's going to require it, I'm going to pray not to, because
You
I
get
did
stuck
many,
at
many,
work. And
many
I didn't want to be
times.
stuck at work if somebody can't make it in.
No,
There's no
well,
way I would have been able to stay.
I think
I
I
don't care
told
for
you that's what
16,
was
17,
happening.
$18 an hour. I was not. See, I was working for agency, but I
Yep.
was not going to do that because I didn't want to leave my babies alone.
Nope. Too many times they tried to mandate me this day, and then too many times I had to drive home, and my steering wheel was practically bent in half from my prayers of watching people slide off the road. And I said, God, please I promise you I won't do this again.
Well, living here, that I've got like a lot of practice because we get the Lake Erie effect of snow, and it does get bad sometimes. Hey, Joe. I was live earlier too. Hey, how are you? Yeah, that would be awesome, Joe, if you could share me out. I'm glad you're here with me. Hope you're feeling well, my brother from Texas.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, that's my
My
big
son
bro from
wants to go.
Texas. I met him a long time ago. Yep, him. We've been talking for 2 years now or more. Yep, on YouTube. We even talk on the phone too. Call each other, check on each other. I met Anakin
That's
through
great.
him, and I met a lot of people, and I've talked to them on the phone. They've been there. He's the one he's brought people to my channel, and he's helped a lot to get the word out that I'm having a fundraiser for my car and stuff. He's done a real good job, and a lot of people helped me, like I said, and I thank them. I will go above and beyond for somebody else. I do thank them. I did a live. I'm not. I can't remember all the names that gave me for my car, but I did get a car. I proved that I got a car, and I showed, hey, you don't believe me? I said, go check out my Facebook page. The pictures are all there from my car accident. It's like a
Thank
blessing.
God.
I was embarrassed to do that, because he
Oh,
was
I
the only
know.
one that was an income. I was taking care of him. And then God blessed me last year. You know what I mean? Like I finally got, I wasn't eligible for disability, even though I worked all that years, but I got SSI instead because of my age. But it still was a blessing. And then I got the car like right in the middle of December, right at when Tom was in the hospital. I got it.
God works in ways that we sometimes can never understand.
Yes, he does. And this is what the problem is, Charity, with people. I want it, and I want it now. Miracles happen in due time. The problem is people want it and want it and want it and want it and want it. It could take forever lifetime, but you got to prove yourself to God. You really got to prove yourself to God.
Sometimes it's never enough. Some people are never satisfied and they don't realize.
Oh, cool, Joe. Yep. God does work in a mysterious way. It's like I think God gets so exhausted sometimes. I don't like bringing it up on my channel, but I'm just telling my testimonial. And right now, I'm just getting a little sick of people. Like with all the stuff that's going on, they're not seeing the light of what's really going on. We have children missing. We have babies. It's just, yeah, babies are being born, and or in the womb, and then now they're being like telling people kill your baby, after it's born, or they're being killed in the womb. Yeah, we know that's been going on. And now we have children that's been missing for a long time, and they're being sold into slavery. This is not anything new. It's been happening. Look at all the milk cartons. And then we have missing children, like it's in the news, like parents are killing their kids killing their parents, But now we have this food shortage, and now we have children, like babies, that can't get their powdered milk if they're not, sometimes parents can't, and women can't breastfeed.
That's what really hit me when I was talking, when I finally was able to go out this week. Because, I stopped going out for those couple of weeks. I couldn't, obviously.
Yeah,
I was
you
sick.
seen that. I shouldn't have did that on the live.
But
hell with it.
Hey,
I haven't had a beer in a couple days.
none of us are. There is nothing wrong.
Yeah.
A sin is a sin in God's eyes.
Yep.
And we're all sinners, no matter what.
No one's perfect. If they say they are, they're full of it.
We're all doing sins. We don't even know our sins. That's why a sin is a sin, and you're saved, so you're sinless in His eyes. Period. Yep. But it's just a mess. It really hit me when I realized that they're having people give the babies powdered formula and whole milk and stuff. I was like, this is so bad. How
Yeah,
are we
because they
letting
can't
this happen?
even the mothers the mothers that are getting whipped, they can't get it. They're having a hard time because everything, a lot of it comes from overseas, and if they're demanding that, about the truckers getting, a slap,
Yep.
it's
The
they
poke
don't
poke.
care. It's like, if they're, their government's doing stuff and they don't want them to come through, well, you're basically you're basically harming your own people, their children.
And the conductors now trying to say they're not allowed to protest and they have to only allowed to have off one night, one day. It's insane. The train conductors for our goods and stuff. So now they're going to be striking,
Okay.
but leaving. A lot of them are going to leave. I was watching some interviews and I said, my God, Lord have mercy. I can't believe that come on. This is all happening at one time.
It's just everything's bothering me tonight. I'm glad I finished watching God's Compass. I only had a little left. Sometimes I need to take a break from things and get my head straight, but there are things that are bothering me. There's so much going on in this world, and I really believe, and then they're talking about war and stuff. These things going on. It's just there is no coincidence. People think it's all fake.
Oh, it's
You
not.
know,
You know what happened to a lot of us got?
yeah. I just came on live for a while because I got a lot of my money after my movie. Glad you're here, American Warrior.
No, it's me. I'm just in my PJs, so I'm hiding. That's me, Joe, after makeup. I'll scare you if I show you what I look like in the morning.
Oh, shut up. You're full of it.
Hey, I
I'm
lost a
glad you
lot of
joined
weight.
my channel, and
I was a bigger
that
girl.
was nice, and meeting you in the Bible study and stuff like that. And
You were such an answer to my prayers. I've been praying for somebody that can help me figure this out because I'm like, how do we get through this without
yeah,
panicking,
it's
without
scary,
freaking out, and comfort our kids and your grandkids and
I
comfort
know we're
others.
chanting and stuff, but it's like the other people that aren't prepared, we have to reach out to them, and help them. I mean,
There's
if
a
we can
lot of
pray for
people.
those going through hard times that their kids are missing and there's stuff going on. This has been going on for a long time. It's like I do care about that, but I care about, now we got babies that are gonna go without formula. It's just way too much. It's just the events after events that have been leading up to this for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just getting worse and worse, and it's scary.
Like my friend was saying, if she had any idea that the formula shortage was happening, she would have gotten a bunch of formula for her daughter, had twins, when she was down south because they had plenty. And it's been a nightmare, but luckily the breastfeeding mamas, because of what's going on with the what, how they for like preemies and stuff, you can donate your milk, you pump
Yeah,
and
yeah, I've seen that. That's a wonderful thing, but
yeah, and they've
but when
started to
but I was like
interfere.
confused about that because if some people feed their baby and then the extra breast milk they give and express. But I was like, how would they know that's not their mother's milk? That's what I was curious about.
I
I know
don't
it
think
sounds stupid, but
Yeah, I don't think they really have a
I think
clue,
it just
right?
helps when there's a shortage and sometimes some mothers can't produce enough breast milk. They're
Yeah.
stressed out, or some can't. Their milk doesn't come in right away. There's a struggle that might wrong, but that's amazing. That somebody came up with that idea. It
Yeah,
is
all the
very helpful.
hospitals
And
do it, especially I guess for like the preemies, but now that's been a disaster. And that's what happened with her grandbabies. They were born 31 or 32 weeks. 30, they were born, almost 2 months early.
yeah,
And she was sharing all that stuff on Facebook that I was texting about they were telling them to use powdered
that's not good. They're
whole
not going to get
milk.
the nutrients that they're going to get.
God have mercy. I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't know how bad it had gotten, you know? And people were
Powdered milk does
showing,
not.
oh, there's formula in the pictures. I said, that's toddler
If you're gonna
formula.
get powdered milk, you have to look at what's in it. And if you have like a can of your powdered formula, make sure it has the same nutrition because some do and some don't. You have to be very careful.
Oh, yeah, milk doesn't have all that, especially powdered milk.
If they say give your baby vitamin D, give them whole milk. No, 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 no. Because what I did, there's a lot of issues. My son he had issues. I mean, he wasn't, I tried nursing. He wasn't nursing. So we did, bottle filling. I was like trying to do bottle, to fill up, because my other son, he was like, I did try the breast and try the, like the Similac formula or whatever, the liquid stuff. And it just like,
Yeah, some babies need different types of formula. They have to have a lot more nutrition. They have to have, dairy free. Some, there's all these things for health reasons. And it's like,
but my second
my
one,
God.
he was like the formula. He was like, they had to keep changing his formula because he would, I swear to God, this kid would not eat. He'd fall asleep all the time. And he was like, when I took him to the doctor, he was labeled because he was born in Germany, he was labeled as a failure to thrive baby. He was losing weight and they had to admit him back in the hospital because he was having all these problems. This was my Zach. My Zach now, my son now is a big boy. And his hands are so huge. He was just a skinny mini. He would just like spit out food. He would do anything, and he would store it in his chinks. And all I would do is cry and cry and cry, like like these people are gonna think I starved my kid,
Yeah.
And he was and he turned out asthmatic. I didn't smoke during my pregnancy. I didn't do anything during my pregnancy. So, like I quit. He's the other two I did. Judge me, but they were fine. They didn't have any, like no problems. Just my daughter with the bone disease and stuff like that, and what from her grandmother, like
Yep.
stuff that was inherited. But now he's born with he had like a hole in his heart. He had asthma and stuff like that, but like I did like my daughter. I even tried breastfeeding with her. Oh my God, it was like this kid was just nursing and nursing. It was like Hogella, Hoggette. I love her. I don't want to say that somebody gets offended, but seriously, she would just eat and eat and eat. It was like I wasn't sleeping. And one time I fell asleep with her my boob on her on my boob, and I almost rolled on her. And my husband got me, and he grabbed her, and he put her he burped her, and he put her in the crib.
Yeah, it's
But
just crazy
sometimes,
because
the formula
so
comes in
many people
handy when
can't
you're so
breastfeed.
tired and your kid wants to eat and eat. Like, you're only supposed to feed them, like, what is it, every 4 hours? This kid was like eating every 2. My
Oh
daughter,
yeah.
she just
Well,
grew
when
into
they're little, I think it's more. I'm not sure. I don't. It wasn't that long ago, but not everybody can breastfeed. And not everybody can produce enough milk.
Yeah. No, not
I was a
everybody, and
huge.
that's why we need extra help. It's a shame with what's going on. It's just
I can't believe how many people
I
don't
just why
know.
would they do this? The truckers are the heart of America. Don't force something on there. They sit in their truck. They're driving all these hours. They just give their paperwork. All they do is open their doors. They get loaded. They take their, like the person comes, gets their paperwork, different now, gives them their check, and they go. We got a troll, Joe. Hit that troll. Right there above you. And the trolls come. Appare. Smack that troll. See that troll in there, Charity? What they do, this is how they do it. Send you to a website.
Yeah, the bots. The old
Not
whack-a-bot.
bots. Why can't you whack a bot? I thought I made you a mod.
No, I have my pretend wrench.
Oh, you have your pretend wrench.
I'm there to encourage Joe.
You're in there to encourage Joe. No, he shares it out. You know, he's usually up, but I don't think anybody else is up.
I couldn't think of anybody. I shared with Michelle. I shared with my Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then I
the
said
other
it's a
people are
very
sleeping.
frustrating time.
It is
This is not
frustrating.
cool.
It frustrates me. You know, I love everybody. I see what's going on.
Why are so many people not
But I
able to do
can't
it,
stick
Bella?
to it when there's this thing, you know, like it's coming to my, you know, it's been brought to my attention, and I'm seeing it myself. This is something we need to talk about. You know, like our elderly. What are they going to do? They can't stock up. They're a little limited income. This
No,
is a
but
sense
we
of
can
community
do
around the world. We have to have each other while this is going on. We have
exactly.
to educate people. If we don't educate people, they're going to be left with nothing. They're going to be left to die.
Exactly.
And we can't do that.
Yep. It just shocks me because people don't want to even talk about it. And I'm like, but you don't understand. A lot of people don't realize, and when they hear it, it makes a difference. Because
This
if
is not
they,
about fear mongering. I'm not trying to fear
no, it's
monger
just
anybody.
real. Sorry, I didn't mean to
They
yell,
have
but
to, hey, that's fine.
this is
It's called
real.
frustration. It's
I mean, I get a
frustration.
lot of people saw this stuff for so long, people's warning for, forever, doomsday type prepping stuff or whatever. But no, this is the real deal. This is not a joke. They're not.
You know, people thought, oh, it's a joke. Well,
Listen to what
people,
the government said, right? They are implementing, and it's no problem for them because they're going to bring back the rations like they did in the 30s from 1930 to 40 something. I forgot the specific years. I got it written down.
where he had to steal in the bread line and he only got so
Yes,
much money.
that's their plan.
Yeah. Like the
That's
Great
real.
Depression.
Yep. And I'm sorry, I'm not eating no maggot beef because the Museum of
I'm
Natural
sorry.
History in London
Yep.
has a huge display about how we're going to only eat meat as a treat. We're going to eat all bugs. No, not happening. Not doing it.
Well, I like the person that came out with it. Why don't they eat bugs? I know people in certain countries, that's what their nutrients are, that they ate that and would do it. Come on.
But we're all
I
built
like to
different.
see these big multimillionaires eat
Never.
bugs. I really would. They
Never.
would.
Just like they fly
They'll
their
make sure they
plane.
have their steaks, their lobsters, their caviar, and all their stuff.
Yep.
They'll have their supplies while they steal from the people. They're
Exactly.
ignorant.
It's baloney. But everybody's body's built differently in different places of this world. We're all built differently. Our bodies can handle certain things based on where we are genetically and environmentally. We can't live like that. And I'm God will get me out of here before then, I'm sure. I pray to God. But it's just unreal to me that there's
Joe's
just
saying, show all your beautiful faces. Sometimes we would just want to chillax and hide our avatar. Here, I'll show you my face. Ready? Everything but her face.
when I go back out in the kitchen, I'm in the pitch black.
Yeah, I'm in the pitch black. I have a light on, but it's like I have to have soft light right now. It's just my relaxing light. So when I'm frustrated,
Oh, here
I'm
I
gonna
was
take
laying
my
in bed. It's
glasses off.
1:30.
I can see the chat because it doesn't
And I
matter
knew
to
you were
me.
watching your movie. So I said, if you went on,
It was only a
let me
little
go see
bit
what's
that
going on.
I had left. Like I like to save the best for the last. I like watch some of it, but then I do. I'll start early in the day. Like when I'm drinking coffee and get up, I'll start it, and then I'll start doing some things, and then I'll get cooking. And I had one heck of a mess. I just cleaned up the last of it.
Yep.
And then I, watched the rest of that movie. It wasn't much left. I'm just saying I've been watching, good movies that take your mind off all the stuff
Yeah,
but
because I
things are
know it's
getting way out of
frustrating.
hand. And I don't like talking about politics. I really don't all the time because
I
they're
don't want
all
to. I
there.
don't see any point anymore.
No, it's no point.
I know a lot of people that I used to watch on YouTube, they're taking it personally. And I'm like, well, then you're not a Christian if you don't understand why I could be your friend, but I don't have to give the time to something that's not
Hey,
beneficial to me.
Charity. Joe says he loves me, but he wants to take a view of you real quick. Just show him your face.
All right. When I go out, I will. Give me like 5 minutes. Hold on.
That's my brother.
I will. Lisa knows what I look like.
I know what she look like. She's gorgeous. And she's married.
I can't wake everybody up, so hold on. Keep talking. I have to be quiet if I'm going out.
Yeah. Oh, where are you going outside?
No, I'm gonna go down to to the bottom floor where my
you're
office,
going to
where I
the
put the
bottom
light
floor.
on without waking everybody up.
Yeah,
The
without
dogs.
waking everybody, yeah. And the dog's going, woo, woo, woo.
Only because he's your friend.
I knew him for 2 years. We talk on the phone and everything. Him and Anakin, Anakin's donated, sent me a money order to help get me a car. They both were looking out for me to get a car and shit. It took a while, but I got it. So, and I appreciate everybody that donated and helped. I do, from the bottom of my heart. So, hey Joe, we need some more people in here. See who's alive. Wake up, people. That's right. People have to go to work. It's like going on 2 in the morning. I wonder if my husband is up watching this. Can he come say, I burned my dang pork chops messing with y'all? Well, if you burn your pork chops, they ain't edible. Better feed them to the dogs. Better look for a homeless person who'll eat them. Oh well. Just eat them.
It depends on where. I had a picky homeless person once.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll be right back. Go on live and hold the fort while I use the restroom. Anyway, is bullshit. I'll crunch them down. It's Sunday. I'm
I'm gonna
trying.
go to the bathroom real quick, and then I can.
It's all right. Some people might have to get up early. I don't know if somebody snowed in or what. And I know a lot of people, they live off YouTube, so they get paid for it. Some do. I'm not saying all. I'm not down on anybody. No, that's your thing. No. So I just can't believe what's going on with everything. I can't, Charity. It just irritates me. And I don't want everybody to say, I don't have a heart. I don't care. I do fundraisers. There's better things in life to do. We know what's going on, but we're having a crisis right now, and it's going to get worse. We just want to help people. I want to help everybody where I can. I'm not Superwoman, but it's that reaching out, reach one, whoever you can reach. It's like working together. We have to. We have to come together, no matter what.
I know. I've been having a hard time with a lot of people because they take things very offensively when I'm not there, or I don't want to, or they call me and tell me something that happened in the Congress or something. I don't care. It's like I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't care. And there's only so much time in the day, and that's not what I want to put my time into.
Yeah,
You
we're
know,
like focusing our family, helping our families out. It's like, well, there's other people out there, like that, there are some elderly people, like they don't even know about prepping, maybe their parents weren't like that. And, there are people that are aware of it because they were taught about all this stuff, and
exactly.
just like my mother, she was around alive with the Great Depression. She had to hunt. They lived in a farm, they grew their own food, but they still had to hunt. They had to hunt for food, like they ate possum. And I was like, even when I think about it, grossing me up. But they ate what they had. They made stew out of it. They used the seasons. They had hunted for their food. You know, they made their own bread. They did all these things. I mean, now like
And these are the things that, like I've been telling everybody, like, this is the stuff I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, how crazy my house is with the kids home. I'm trying to
uh,
work from home as much as I can.
yeah,
And whatever I can put away, whatever I could put up could help somebody. It really could.
really, Joe. What some people are having after late night church sex too. He does that. He does jokester stuff to make people laugh.
Well, I've seen Joe before. I'm just not a big chatter on channels. I do a lot of
Yeah.
putting them in my earbud and wandering around and listening, while I'm doing stuff around the house.
Yeah, you gotta show Joe your face real quick so he shuts up.
All right. When I go
I love you,
downstairs, though,
Joe.
because I am not turning the light on up here.
Just give him a finger. No, no.
Right?
Then we can go back into
You heard my animals. They're crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah, cat. Just like mine. You heard mine. And then she had me laughing. I was looking over at her, and she's laying there attacking her tail. That's crazy. Oh my god, she makes me laugh though.
Oh, it won't
She's
let me
my
use the
comfort.
flashlight on the StreamYard. Hold on. I have to
Yeah,
turn
do
the.
that right in the face.
It won't let me use the freaking flashlight to go down the hallway because we're on StreamYard. Hold on.
Joe, you're crazy. You are crazy. No, somebody gave me an idea, Charity, about like using jugs for like to put rice in because I had like before I got my cat, I had a bag of rice sitting downstairs and there was a mice that came in with a hole and it was freaking eating my rice up. I just threw a whole bag of rice away. I said, okay, guess what? My rice is going upstairs when I buy it, and I just bought a 20-pound bag and a 5-pound bag of brown rice, and I put them all in containers. Gallon jugs. I rinsed them out real good and left them dry. So great storage thing. If I get a smile, I'm happy. Okay, Joe. Now you seen the beautiful Charity? See? You're muted.
Oh. Shh. Darn cat. I'm a real person.
He's a real person. Okay.
You just don't have to have nostril shots.
He has to have nostril shots. Charity, you're funny. Oh, God.
Oh, good thing I came down here, actually. Thank you, Joe. I forgot about the laundry.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Actually,
Did you forget about it?
I did.
Wow.
because I was just so annoyed today. Like, I totally get you being frustrated, and I think it's good to vent it out, you know? It's
Yeah.
really important because,
Sometimes we have to vent.
I
I'm
mean,
glad you emailed me. You asked for my email and stuff. Said you were praying, and then we get exchange numbers. The email, call once in a while, check on each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just crazy, crazy, crazy times.
No, I wanted to answer Joe's question real quick. Tom is coming home actually this week. I don't know if it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday or they said Friday, but they're talking about earlier. So I have to wait for everybody to call until everything's in place. Then I will know an actual date. But I have to call the caseworker tomorrow, which is today. But who cares? As long as they're still there till 5. So, but I have a lot to do. Like I still have to break down my tree. It doesn't have anything on it. I have to take the boxes that I packed up down in the basement, which is a pain. But since they aren't getting it, he can't. Medicare is not going to pay for a hospital bed. Well, I guess I'm going to throw my Christmas stuff in the back bedroom. It's empty. And then when I get my help, they can carry it down. What's
Oh,
that? What you?
was feeding the fish, so I put it on mute, but I must have hit the camera. Trying to feed the fish.
Cute fish, fishy fish.
Sorry. It's loud, so I was trying to hit the mute
Well,
button.
you know what, Charity? You might be eating them fishes if there's nothing left. They're too little to eat. You're muted.
Ah, I said he would be so mad at me because he's always like, don't starve the fish when I'm not home.
They're only little things. You wouldn't even get a meal out of them.
Definitely not.
Say that.
StreamYards on my phone is like absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Plus, I think I'm getting old and I'm going blind. There we go.
I'm older than you, girlfriend. Yeah. I'm really older than you.
Age is a number.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you told me you do prepping, it's like, well, I like to learn, I mean, I know some of the prepping things, which I've already done. I did bought some like canned spaghetti soup, pasta, rice. But, now that I want to get into jarring because my sister does jarring and she said she would send me some seeds because I haven't got a chance to do a garden with everything going on. It's like, but now I want to look for a place where they do a community garden that I can have seeds and help plant and, like help with like if I go into a senior community that we can do this.
Yeah.
And teach them, because a lot of people aren't aware of this stuff. They ain't taking stuff seriously. They think it's a joke. It's no joke. When babies
No.
ain't getting formula, what are they going to do?
I think it's because people, not everybody's areas. A lot of people have been shopping from home too.
Yeah.
And doing deliveries and pickup. And I think people just got so. I know where I live, we've had issues forever. But then this week is when we got down to the bare bones. So that's why people up here are freaking out because, like they said in the beginning of all of this, right? Everything was being sold out because you were going to the stores and you were seeing people buy everything.
Yeah.
Now there's nobody buying it all. It's just they have, you went in there for the last 6 months and they only had 20 cans of one thing or, 15 boxes of pasta. So it doesn't take long for that to go. So,
hey, authority. Checks president. I don't know who you are, but hello.
everybody
welcome.
pretending that people are hoarding. Where I live, everybody knows that's not the case.
No, the problem is people collect over a time because they know what they're coming when there's sales that they buy in bulk and they have it, but they still use it up. But they're replenishing their stock because you never know what's going to happen. It's not like they're going and buying cases. I've seen people like panic and they go buy cases of peas and cases of that.
Yeah, we haven't had enough for people to do that.
Yeah.
And what I always said to people is, what do you think they have the 10 for 10 sale or buy, 4 of this or spend $25 on Scotch tissue paper and save $6? Well, you got to buy it all at once or you don't get, so obviously that's how people have shopped for years. That's how you
Yeah,
save
like
money.
any store, 10 for 10. You see something, you buy it.
Yeah,
You
that's how you
know, it's
save
just
money.
like
They have sales, like like boxes of soda, right? Like 12 packs of soda, you buy 4 for 12 or whatever it used to be.
well, we don't buy pop, soda pop, whatever people call pop, some people call it soda. Well, we buy it when it's on sale because I barely drink it. He barely. It's like once in a blue moon. We'll buy it when it's 4 for $4, and we'll get like eight. Like 2 liters. We'll get them, and it'll last us for a while. I buy stuff when it's like chicken thighs. People don't realize, like if you get it, some people don't have flyers, but just look in the store, go online, see what they have the sale of the day. I'm sure they do. Like chicken thighs, 99 cents a pound. Grab it. Don't pay anything over, like for steak, 7, 8, 9, 9, 7, 8, 9, like ground beef. Don't pay nothing like $3.99 above. Wait till it's $2 and some cents
Oh yeah,
for
now
ground beef.
here,
That's when you buy.
not here anymore, not for meat. But
No,
that's what I
but
mean. It
meat
was
has
always
gotten
designed
expensive.
like that.
That's why I watch out. Like now, they had we have another meat place. It's called Shenango Valley Meats. Now they had what was it? Oh, I can't remember what the steak was, but it was for a big cryovac one of meat for steaks. You can cut them up yourselves, or you can have them do it. $7.99 a pound, but I was
Hmm.
not getting $113 worth of that. It was way too big because last time I paid $70 when it was like that. You know, but I got a bunch of steaks for the 2 of us, and I froze them.
Yeah, see, our local farmers used to sell a half a cow,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
now you have to have
Yep.
2 cows minimum. So how are you going to
Yep.
find 10 people to go in on? Like,
Yep.
it's nuts. And that's, you want to, as soon as you find some, well, first off, I can't find decent meat. Okay. Like I told you a while ago, I play the game, name that meat when you go in
Yeah.
the grocery store.
Yeah.
But
But
as
I'm
soon
just
as I get
saying,
it, I
like,
try to dehydrate it or pressure can it now because I think a lot of people
oh,
just haven't had the issues we've had yet, or they just don't realize it. I don't know.
Joe, that's for when you buy just a little packet of steaks. But this is when you're buying the big thing from a butcher
Yeah.
that you cut up in steaks. Like it comes in they seal it in cryovac and they'll cut it up for you. I'm just saying for the whole thing, it's $113.
Yep.
Even though it says $7.99 a pound. I'm not paying almost close to $200 for a whole thing. I found now if they had smaller ones, that would be fine for like $70, $60. I watch what I buy because you can get it cheaper, like but like when you have 2 people, you can buy a smaller one. They have small ones, they come in different sizes. That's how I buy. And I look my flyers of what's the best buy. I'm not gonna pay 20 some dollars a pound or anything. That's why I watch what I buy by the pound. Yeah, it's best. There's also people who go in on a half a cow too. Now you're saying they don't do it anymore, they do whole cows. Now here they do halves. And there'll be a couple people, it's like $400 a piece. That's expensive. I was gonna go in. No, she said it was like $400 for a half a cow. And I
Well,
was just
years ago we did that all the time with our family members, and it was about 400 per, for us and 400 for them. And then now forget it. If you
yeah.
call your local, and they have websites where you can check on it, a lot of places it's either the whole cow or 2. So it's up to you to find people to go in on it with
Yep.
because it's business, like
Yeah, you can feed a
a
bunch
lot
of
of our
people. Like,
farmers are
hey,
being
let's
treated
all go
really bad.
together. We'll, stock our freezer. We'll, what like we'll come together. How many steaks you get? It depends on the family size. Say you have like 4 couples, no
Well, we
kids.
did
Their
it for
kids are grown.
health and for
4 seniors. Like a couple, like me and Tom. Another couple that has all their kids are grown. Like And then we can go into a half cow, and what we have left, we can divide up with some of our children, the family members that are close by. Like so we are stocked.
Oh,
You
we
know,
didn't buy. We would use that would be our meat for almost a year when we did the
yeah,
cows, and then I still
yeah.
buy the chickens. And no, but you got to pay a butcher fee. It's a whole process. But
Joe
I
asked me a
haven't been doing
question.
any of the freezer stuff anymore because
Yes, Joe.
you,
Yes, that's
I
who
just
it
don't see the
is.
point in my because I have too many people in my family. So if I keep stocking the freezer and then we go out without power for too long, then everything's no good. So I'm like, forget it.
Well, we have this refrigerator. Thank God, it was a blessing, because the place we moved in had no stove. It had no refrigerator, so we bought a tiny refrigerator. So we had to buy food a lot, with the growing kids and stuff, the teenagers. We could only stock so much because it was small, fridge until
Oh,
we
I know.
moved. And then we had a bigger fridge. And what we kept that smaller fridge down in the basement, we kept it plugged in because we kept some stuff down there too. So we're still glad that that works. We got it at Lowe's because my sister worked there. We got, was on sale, and we got the discount and stuff, and it was great, because we were family.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to have two
I'm,
fridges now.
I mean, it's got a nice size freezer, but like the fridge, you know, it's like uh, it's like it's a stand up one, but it's just a lot smaller, than the big giant mamas. Yeah, I'd say this is a teenage fridge. That's what I'll call it. You got the papas, the mamas, and the teenagers, and you got the baby mini fridges.
Right? Yeah, my friend has a Dragundo fridge.
Yeah.
But that's what happened to a friend of ours. He has not a dairy farm, oh my gosh, my brain went to sleep. Whatever it's called, for the meat.
Yeah.
Where they butcher them and they sell them.
Yeah,
He
butchers. Yeah,
raises
local butchers.
cattle. I know the name, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
having a
They're
very.
local butchers. They have their own farm. They sell their own meat, just
I'm
like the
surrounded by
Palombos.
them.
Palombos, they smoke hams. They've closed down because of a fire. And they rebuilt it. It's beautiful. They have. I mean, Palombos is big. They have one out in West Middlesex. We had to go out there when people ordered hams because the place burned down, and they lived above. They lived above. That's a house atop of their store. The family lived there. They had their farm there.
Yeah,
So
all the
they had to
farms here
rebuild
aren't.
everything, and it's beautiful now. It's a lot bigger and bigger selection.
They're just local farms. Like they don't have a store for you to go in. You can call and order it, or they sell it direct. I guess.
Oh, you can place an order for your ham. You can order food. You can order what you want, the selection of meats, and all you do is come in to pick it up and pay for it. That's it.
No, we have places like that, but I mean, like where I am with all the farms around us, they're not
Yeah,
set up
yeah,
where
yeah,
they sell their own stuff out of the farm. Like you can call and
yeah,
put an order in for a cow in the beginning of the season or
yeah.
things like that. But
But my husband laughed
people
at
are
me when he
treating them
first took
really
me
bad
there.
now locally.
I've never seen like a whole slab of meat in my entire life. It was a cow, and they had it brought it out because they were cutting it up, and I was like, "Is that a half a cow?" And he's like, "Yeah, you have never seen one." I was like, "No, that's the first time." He started laughing at me. I was like, "Oh, come on!" It was exciting for me.
No, I was freaked out at first because I was like, wow, it was because the meat's a little darker than what in the grocery store. They pack it full of all kinds of stuff, and that's why it stays
Well, it
red.
was
And
on a hook. It was meat fish. You see them bring it out, and they do. You can see everything they do. They show everybody what they do. They have their workers there. They show everybody how they do things. They do their own
yeah, see,
kibasi. They do their own hamburger. They have their
they
own
stopped that.
chickens. They have their own lunch meat. They do everything themselves, and they smoke their own hams. They have a smoker, and what happened was they had to move the smoker because it was too close to the house and it caught fire. So, but they rebuilt it and stuff like that. The family was living in, their farm was there because they have their own farm. It's like, they had their farm, but they would bring their stuff there, to butcher up and stuff. Lisa, have you never cut apart a deer? No, I've did a fish, but I was told about when you gut it, you gotta be careful that you cut it a certain way that you don't hit the shit set.
I
I've
don't like
eaten.
fish. I've never liked fish. I can't stand fish.
I don't like. People are disgusting because some people eat carp. They're nasty. They'll eat catfish. They're nasty. I only eat certain type. I won't eat tilapia. I will eat haddock and cod. I've eaten Maui Wowie, but Maui, which is and I've eaten flounder. But lately, the Maui has been substituted, and I will never eat it again. I will eat lobster, I will eat sea scallops, and I will eat shrimp. But I will not eat what the hell are those little things? They look like uh, they're like a miniature lobster. Crayfish. That's what they are. I will never eat them.
No, I, I would never buy seafood now out anywhere because a lot of the states changed the law where last summer, where they don't have to tell you if you're eating, fake fish or not.
I will eat trout. I've eaten no, we fish for it. I will eat what the heck was that other one? Oh, pike. That's pretty good. I will eat bluegill. It's pretty good because I we fish for it ourselves and we filleted it ourselves.
Yeah, my
Tom's
husband
got a
does all
big
that,
ass
but I
fillet
still can't
knife.
eat it.
It's an extender. This thing is like here. I'll show you how big it gets.
My
I'll show you.
husband goes fishing constantly. He fishes. He'd rather fish than hunt.
Damn it! I knocked myself off the stream.
But it's funny because we don't really eat fish. He'll fish, give it
This
to
knife
everybody else.
goes. The blade goes from this way to this way,
Yeah.
out wide. Yeah, he's got some good knives. He's even got a survival knife with different blades on it, and
Yeah,
he's
my
got a
husband's
compass in it
obsessed
and
with all that.
everything. Yeah, he's got all this stuff with matches. Anything happens, that's all on that survival knife. We
Yep,
have
Pat's
it. We
addicted to that
he's
stuff.
really good about that.
Me, I like to go shoot and I like to go to the range. And he loves to fish.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to like a.
We're the
I
odd
want to.
couple.
I've been wanting to learn how to use a bow. Even with my hands, I'll try anything. I know how to hold a gun. Uh, actually, never shot one. My husband wanted to get me a hunting gun. I've always wanted to hunting. We were going to do that before we all got sick, but oh well. Wanted to ride a horse.
But the
That's my
range is
bucket list
mainly the
before
air
I
gun.
die.
Yeah, I'm not into the horses that much. My mom always had horses. Now she's in Arizona, so I probably won't.
Yeah, this is like I want to be prepared. Like if I got to get destitute, if I have to kill what I have to kill to eat squirrel, whatever. You know, do what I need to do. You know, to survive like my mother did back in the Great Depression.
I
But
like to know
people
all
don't
about it, but
realize what we got to do something, figure something out.
well, like my parents were telling me, they think that we're gonna go through harder times than they did because
Yep.
we aren't self sufficient like a lot of people were
Nope.
back then. Like my
Nope.
pop said against me today, keep on keeping on, don't stop, keep going out, checking the dollar stores and whatever you can do to put, long term food up, your pastas, stuff like that, build
Yeah,
your
I'll be right
spice
back.
bucket.
You talking?
But
You talking?
I don't know. I just don't think a lot of people are prepared because we're so used to ordering stuff and going to our fridges. And for me, we've lost power so many times that I'm not risking meat and everything going bad for how much it is. So now I'm just canning it and, leaving some stuff in the freezer as we go, obviously. But I just think that, there's certain, obviously, I don't think our stores are getting restocked at all. And I think eventually then the warehouse is run out by people, they'll see how short things are. And the closer you live to where something's made, obviously you're going to have it before somebody that, lives in another state or a couple hundred miles away from it. If you live right next to the distribution centers for certain
Yeah.
things, you're going to have them and other people won't have them for a little while. But just learning how to keep things long term, because nothing's guaranteed. You don't know you're going to get a good harvest when you start growing.
Yep.
A lot of people are addicted to heirloom seeds, and like my pop was like, why would you ever want just heirloom seeds? That's the easiest for disease. There's no registry to guarantee that they're heirloom. You're taking their word for it. You know, an heirloom seed is supposed to be pure and hundreds of years of just that seed, but there's a lot that goes into that. So there's no way to prove one way or another that that's even real. And then people get confused between hybrid seeds and GMO, but hybrid seeds are a little more durable. So if you really, really need to eat and you need something to grow for you, and you've never grown and you're not a seasoned gardener, you're going to go print a whole bunch of heirloom seeds, from your emergency seed pack, and they're going to croak on you. Yeah. So it's all these little things, that made me start talking here and there about it, because I saw all these people hopping on and making these huge channels, and I'm like, wow, you don't know what you're talking about. That's scary to me.
Yeah.
It's like, don't get
go to other channels, learn something, but don't. If you learn something, don't spread it to somebody else. Like, hey, I'll share your channel out and just show, like, yeah, look, this can benefit you, just in case.
Oh, people want to make money.
Invite them there, like, to learn something.
That's what
life
is
a
really
learning process. Sorry, I talked over top of you.
Oh no, it's fine. You're on the phone, so that's why my mic's bad, and you have to just say something if I'm starting to talk over you, if I'm delayed.
I know,
a lot of people, it's about money. And they sell things so they get profit, or they're endorsed and sponsored. And for me, that's not what God had done this for.
It's about teaching people how to survive that wouldn't know how to do something.
It's about helping each other, and then especially like I was, a lot of the Christians are, they're not prepared for nothing. I've realized, because they think they're, we're getting raptured and that's the end of it. And I don't get that, because even though that's also my belief, but I also do believe that you don't know what you will endure, but you don't know who that's going to help. If we do get out and we do get raptured, that might help somebody that's left behind. But for God's sakes, like I said to the ladies after church today, every store here is bare. Like, what's it going to take for people to stop fighting with each other and
get the
come
troll
together?
Troll love face. Yep, here we go, trolls.
I mean, people are really literally fighting with each other.
Sorry, no soliciting. Get out of here. Great. We got trolls.
It's just awful. Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
I never even pay attention to them.
Piece of shit.
I just let them. I just whack them and don't even acknowledge them.
Yeah, Joe's the only mod in here. Everybody else leaves.
So. Bots are.
Yeah, it's a bot. That's what it is. They come on these channels.
They're just, everywhere.
They're pathetic.
They're not even human.
Yeah.
They're AI. There's AI software now that'll write your websites for you, make your videos. So all these channels that have these videos where the thing's talking, you can pay $10 a month and start your own YouTube channel if you want your AI to be reading everything.
Yeah, I should have an AI. I know somebody that does it. It's what's called StreamYard or Spot, whatever. But they even, like, if you say something wrong, like swear something, it gets people.
Yeah, well, you got to add what words.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, you add what words you want.
Here we go, Sloan. Hey, Sloan, you bot. Go somewhere else. You pain in the butt. You know what? I'm gonna have to go to my channel real quick because I need help with these damn bots. They're disgusting. They find people on and they think it's a joke. There we go. Here we go.
Yeah, some of them know are bots now, though.
Yeah, they're just retarded. They don't have a freaking life. They don't.
But with that Streamlabs, you got to enter whatever words that you want it to ban.
Yeah, they post
all kinds of stuff.
They post this stupid. You got this shit. I wish some other mods were in here. You're the Lone Ranger. Joe's got this. He's on everything. I mean, Moose Man, he'd be in here too, but he's sleeping right now. I had him on earlier and did his testimonial. Because I want to start helping some other people. You know, and I know like you brought you know my channel and you brought it to my attention about Elizabeth and a lot of people know her and seeing what happened to her and I'm having we'll go coming together and bring it together. So until I get more hours, then we'll be able to do it before because I know time is running out for her and for my loved one. So we need to get this done and we'll communicate, when we're free without some, with the kids and so much going on with our house and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I've been calling and, calling all the different charities, and I constantly keep messaging the people, her followers, and because people do not seem to grasp that you cannot get things billed if it's not approved. So after a couple doctors say that's it, there's nothing left. There's no other treatments that are, going to get, that are going to work more than 20% of the time or whatever the odds are. That's it.
Okay, Michelle. Try
So
try to
this
get
one
some of these
guy,
trolls.
this one doctor in the city said that he would do
Yeah.
this treatment, as last effort. He thinks it does have a chance of working. Not forever, but for however long she can get is all she
Yeah,
wants.
she wants to be alive. She wants to live
Even
as
if
long
it's
as
an
she
extra
can.
year, and
Yeah.
so he's willing to do it just for the cost, which is 8,500. But everybody is like, oh, just have the hospital bill it and then the charities will pay it off. That's not how that goes
That's
when you're
not how
done, when you're
shit
at the end of
works. It
life.
doesn't work like that. They
They
need
put
their
you on
money and they need it
hospice.
now.
That's it.
I mean, even if
Exactly.
somebody did the same treatment, a doctor would do the same treatment somewhere else and can do it for free. All costs paid. This is what we need to find. I know they're out
There's
there.
lots of
I
there's
know it.
tons of charities set up like that. That's why I was just begging people, be the squeaky wheel to get the oil. Even if you can't give $5, you don't have to. Just help me be a squeaky wheel, to the charities. Help me email them, help me bring it somewhere. I know people get nervous and they have hesitation because far too many people have a pity party story all
Now
the
check it
time.
out. You should be.
But her story is real. It's all out there for the world to see.
Yeah. Joe, we'll set it up then. Right now, I haven't got to it, and I have to plan it out because with charity we have to pick a date. But this person that's close to me, like I said, is fighting for her children, and she's paying child support, and she's not able to see her children. She's dealing with this asshole shit, and she should be able to see her boys. We have all this presents for these kids, and she has to pay for her visitation, which she shouldn't have to. It's been going on for freaking years because the dad's being an asshole. So yeah, I want to help her with the lawyer. I pay for some of it myself. I send $100 a month out of my pocket, because that's my child, and I send her extra 60 so she can feed herself. She has to pay cars. She has to pay her rent's going up. She has 2 jobs. She's trying to maintain everything on her freaking own. Yeah, I said it tonight. I'm pissed. No mother should have to go through that with the deal with the
No
fucking
way.
narcissists. And he's an abuser. He's the one that created all this shit. If I could tell you shit, your head would spin. And I don't need to lie about it. I don't need to lie. This piece of shit kicked her in the stomach while she was pregnant. He's abusive. You know how women are when they're abused? They don't leave the man. I already warned her. He was on the bus when she was coming up to get away from him to diffuse everything. And she was a couple months pregnant. And and she was on the phone with me and telling him getting off the bus. She said, Mom, do you believe this? I said, get the piece of shit in my phone. Give him the phone. I said, take your ass off the bus. You need to separate. And that's it. You need time away because this is too much. And he got off the bus. Mama, don't play. And I told her, leave him. Don't. I begged her not to go back. I begged her. I said, have this baby here. I will be here for what you do. When when you have a narcissist and you're dealing with, and then they have control of your mind and everything, it gets bad. You know what? She was an adult. What could I say? I did what I could as a mom. I gave you the words of wisdom. You take it, and that's all I can do. Doesn't make me a bad mom. I did my job. You know, I live far away. What could I do? What could I do?
You did what you could do, and you're still doing it. You're the reason she's still fighting. And the kids, of course, but
I'm still there with her. I'm still giving comforting words in her battle. I give her money. She cried and said, Mom, please. I said, those are my grandbabies. You're their mother. You have a right. You're paying for these kids and you can't see them because, he's demanding that somebody call CYS him because he was doing shit. Okay. Doing stuff. Like leaving. It was I can't even. Hey, broken patriot. I'm like really upset. It just makes me really agitated, really angry. How people can be like in a relationship when it just goes bad and goes south.
Yeah, they take the kids like property.
This man has power over. People don't understand when somebody's abused, whether it's a man or a woman, that they have power over them. They're freaking narcissists. She wouldn't bother with me. And I'm like, why is she? No, he had control. He didn't want her to have anything to do with her family, nothing. And he uses everything he can against her. He would have video cameras in the house, watching her every move. When she would escape and try to leave the house with the baby, he would freaking leave his job. That's fucking disgusting. She even had a PFA against her. So when she would do it, he would do it. So he calls her to try to get back to her and has her arrested when she's like 7 months pregnant. And her legs were blown up. When she told me that, I wanted to come down there. Sorry, I had a piece of shit car. I would have went down there and I would have killed him. And I wouldn't have had no regrets. No regrets. God forgive me. No regrets because he's a piece of garbage. There's so much that happened. And I hate to talk about it because I know we live in a very judgmental society that talk a lot of shit and act like they don't have shit going on in their lives and stuff like that. But this is my motto. Put yourself in someone's shoes until you walk a mile in their shoes, then you'll learn.
Yep, I always say, what the heck? Sorry, the dog. What are you doing?
Children are precious, but he's using them as a power trip. And that's disgusting. And if this judge pisses me off that he she has to pay for her to see her kids. And that includes mileage. And she said, I will not visit and think. I want my children in my home. They know their place. They're comfortable there. They're relaxed. She said, now I'm going through this again. I have to pay for it. And he's upping my child support. Like this girl was working 3 jobs. Then she had to drop that because the job, it's like, how am I going to live, Mom? She cries and cries and cries. I hear her frustration. I hear her tears. You don't know that this builds me up and rips me apart. Like I feel like a shitty mother. I'm not a shitty mother. It's like, but I want to hurt this person bad as much as they're hurting my child and my grandchildren. My grandsons are going to hate them. It's pathetic when the little boys got to FaceTime their mother and say, Mommy, I'm alone in the car while Daddy's at work. What kind of shit's that? As soon as he came out to work, the kid said, Mommy, I got to go. We're going to get in trouble. The kids cry for her. They cry for her. They tell her, when she would get them, they would tell her stuff in secret. And say, Mommy, Daddy would punish us at the bed when we cried for you. What kind of, I'm just so angry right now. This world's so messed up. I want to bitch. Oh, God help me. God, I can't. This world sucks. People suck. Things suck. Really. Starving kids missing, shitty people. Really shitty people. All I can do is just put it in God's hands. All I can do. I'm sorry. That's enough. I'm just frustrated with everything. That's why I want to help others and
We'll
do what I
get through
can for
this.
others.
Like you said, we'll get
And
everything
we're
figured
done.
out. We'll get it written down, even if I have to do some talking so you don't have to get upset. And we'll figure it out. We will find a lawyer. They're out there. There's good people out there that are willing to
He
donate their
wants
time
seven
for the right
thousand
thing.
dollars. She already paid him $1,000.
You know, there's a lot of good Christians out there that will do the right thing when they see such injustice. We just got to find them.
And she says, "Mom, I feel like that he's paying him off. He's paying him off."
A lot of it too is just laziness. They don't care. When they go home, they
Yeah,
don't care. The
I told her
file
it's about
stays
a
at the
buck. They don't
office.
care
I
about
know from
anything.
being in DSS and working there, you know, they just don't. It's just everybody's numbers. They don't get it.
She's suffering. She has this disease. She has to have IVs for treatments. She has stuff with her. She has Crohn's disease from my mother. She has issues with her bones. Like I do. We all have issues. I'm tired of her suffering. She wants her children. She wants her boys, and her boys love her. They're happy when they're with her. He's such a narcissist. I can tell narcissist behavior and when somebody tries to control your whole life and put you down. She's such a beautiful girl. She didn't deserve that. Yeah, she made her mistakes by having a second child with him. But you know what? They're beautiful. They're beautiful. And that's what matters. And then she got involved with another Trump dummy. And she's probably going to watch my channel and get mad at me. And then she got pregnant, but she had a miscarriage. And I have to say, sucks to say it, but it was the Lord's blessing. In a way. Am I wrong for saying that?
No, if it wasn't the Lord's will, it wouldn't have happened.
What those boys were. Because they are my only grandchildren. I have none. And I almost died having my daughter. And I will do anything for her. I will do anything for my children to help them as much as I can. I don't care if they're 50. That's just a mom.
Of course. Absolutely.
I mean, she's struggling. You know, I know what was like to work and everything and have my failures and ups and downs and struggles. But that's just being there for her. I don't want payment in return. I just want to have the best relationship I can have with my daughter and my grandsons and all my children. That's what means more to me. Making every moment count with them because I don't know how much time we all have left on this earth. And people need to see what's going around, how people have gone. They've just changed so much over the years, and the things that are going on, they're just not there anymore. And these things are happening. They have to wake up. This is not about politics. This is about reality. It's time to get your shit in the bag. It's time. We have to stick together and help each other because you know what? Nobody else is going to. Our government isn't. And it's the sad truth, but the reality. We have to teach each other things. Some people
I don't know. I don't know why so many people think that there's always going to be help. Like I don't get that. I really don't. You know, their way of help is exactly what they said, you know, doing rationing again and things of that nature because they've warned everybody to be prepared for 5 months. And then I'm like, okay, but if you look at China, they did it for a year and a half. They told their people a year and a half. And then Germany In other countries, they've been running ads and doing stuff about, no power and having food for a certain amount of time. And it's like, no, in America, we don't talk about that. It's just
Yeah,
nuts. It's just
like
nuts.
like people say about getting generators and gas. Look at the gas thing. People were being stupid with the big things like it was going. I don't know if you saw videos on that, but that was just out there. And putting them in plastic bags. I was like, what the hell is wrong with people? And then cars would blow up. I
You
was like,
can't store that much gas anyway. It goes bad.
no.
Gas is only shelf stable for not even a year,
Yeah.
depending. But
The problem is don't panic.
relying on
Use
generators,
your
I don't
head.
understand.
People have no common sense. They don't stop and think. They become irrational and panic. Take a
Yep.
deep breath. Use your brains. Think.
Nope. Like my friend when we went through Hurricane Sandy, and there was no more gas coming in and out for a little while.
Yeah, that's what
And the
happened. Yeah.
generator went off, and you would have thought it was Armageddon. I
Yeah,
mean,
look
she
at
was
it.
just distraught. And I'm like,
The
if you
army
can't
came in
handle, it was
when when
September.
when they had a hurricane or something, it ripped off the roofs and stuff that was like really bad. They were living, they had no power, and stuff. They were cooking on the grill. They were cooking their food in the grill. They got MREs like from the army, and they were eating that. They were thankful. Everybody worked together and they helped neighbors to get gas and whatever they needed.
Our whole
The
community
generators,
went
they helped
3 weeks without power,
take,
and
I
there
mean,
was
they
no
took gas to
generators.
people's cars and stuff. It
Yeah,
was
no,
working together in a neighborhood, helping their neighbors.
everybody just kind of came together, but there was no generators because there was no gas to keep them running. But it wasn't the winter time. But I guess that's, I don't know. I guess I've been
No,
blessed.
Michelle,
I've
there are
lived in
people
areas where
that do panic. That do panic and they do things they shouldn't have. And then when
Michelle, what do you mean, not you? We're not talking about you.
we're not
Talking in
talking about
general.
you, we're talking about other people.
We're talking in general.
Yeah,
Where the heck
general,
did
what
you
people
get that
do.
from? If you got a guilty conscience, if that just ruffled your spirit, then you got to go sit down and look in your pantry and make sure you're ready.
She's just busting your butt.
No, I'm serious. Sometimes, when things make us nervous,
Yeah,
maybe, maybe you're nervous,
yeah.
and
But I'm just
then
saying
don't be nervous.
that people just like, oh, it's the end of the world. We need to panic. Even which was funny, like during the winter storms, people would buy all the bread and milk. It's not the end of the world, people. Come on, make some bread. Have some powdered milk. Because those gallons you can freeze them. They ain't gonna last because milk does. Boy, I'm dumbass.
Well, the thing is a lot of people can't. Like my pop was saying, a lot of people they don't. That's the scary reality, is that
Yeah.
there's if you're in cities and even in suburbia and stuff, unless you're in a rural area, a lot of families are used to getting stuff all the time. Like they don't even have 3 days worth of stuff to eat at home.
Yeah.
Because they're constantly stopping and getting dinner at the supermarket on their way home. They eat out all the time, and
Well,
they
there's Meals
panic
on
because they
Wheels
don't
for
have it without
seniors.
it.
I mean, but that's only what Meals on Wheels. That's only one meal. That's it.
Yeah, and that's the first thing. The charities are the first things that get cut.
Yeah.
During the, whatever, me being in the Medical Reserve Corps, we had nothing. We had nothing. No volunteers, hardly anybody. There was a couple people running around like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to help just 10% of the people on the lists
Yep.
that were already on the list. Like all the seniors that used to get all their groceries delivered to their house. Well, it was
Yep.
almost 6 months before they got their groceries from like Peapod and Stop and Shop, and they usually got their groceries.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to learn from that. Learn from what happened in the beginning and meet your local people. Like we've our neighborhood really has done a lot of stuff to know who's a widow, who's alone, who's a vet, and in hard times make sure that we stop over there and we give them food, we see if they're all right.
Maybe I need to start going to my
Like the blessing box, you
yeah,
know?
we have some here. I've seen them. It's like ooh, how far is it down? It's between it's right there in front of a new place that came down there. Where it used to be oh shoot. It used to be Briars, not Briars. It used to be an ice cream place down the street. Can't even think of it. They're no longer here. They tore that building down. They sold out. Used to be Arthur Treacher's, and then it used to be that an ice cream place. And there is a restaurant there that they opened up. Greek? No, it's not Greek. It's some kind of Asian stuff, but it's down there, and then a hot dog outlet. But there's a blessing box right in the corner. They have them certain places. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
well,
they
I think
take
I told
one,
you earlier, right?
replace
We're
one.
building one, but real
They didn't
quick,
tell people that.
is it open panel? I thought it was open panel, and I just put open panel, but I didn't know because I think Michelle wanted to come on. I don't know. I can't tell
Hold
in
on, I'm
chat.
trying
So
to paste it. My dummy is. I'm trying to paste
since
it.
I'm on
Should
my
be.
phone, I'm an idiot. I'm a dum dum. I'm a dodo
Mm.
bird right now because I'm over there in chat
Hang on,
and
I'm
I'm
getting it.
talking to you. And I'm like, wait a minute. If I switch off the screen on the cell phone, then I go muted.
There we
Oh my
go.
God. Yeah, the blessing box,
I used
I
to
was so
the top,
thrilled
but
to
I'm
find
not
out
on
we
my
can
other
actually build
channel,
one.
so I'm just on the StreamYard stuff. I feel like pinning it to the top. I'm lazy tonight. Um, no, it's just keeping me up about everything. Everything's getting under my skin lately. I mean, it usually doesn't bother me, but it's because I'm a very caring, compassionate person. I believe what I believe in. I care about others. I care about what's going on. I see what's going on. I always have. I've always cried. I always prayed. But
Yep,
we have to come together. That's the whole
exactly.
point people aren't getting.
They're not. No.
We have to work together in harmony and put all this crap aside. Everybody's talking about sense of community. You don't know this, you don't know that.
Yeah.
There are people that do know, that
So
have
many
been
people got
through
rid
it.
of me because I won't do the politics
I
and
mean, yeah,
I don't
stop listening to the media. Stop with the politics. Time to get back to basics. We know this is going on. We can spread the word. I mean, we can continue beating the horse, but now the shit's getting serious. We have to work together and make things happen because who else is going to do the work? Who else? I'm just
yeah, like
speaking
my
what's on my
friend
mind.
Crystal, right? She couldn't get mayonnaise forever
Mhm.
down where she lives. Like she likes regular Hellman's mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip, not the olive oil. So I sent her a thing of mayonnaise because we had tons of mayonnaise. Up here, she had none. It was really bizarre. It was interesting because she had like a ton of like things that I didn't really have much of, but I had it. So I sent her mayonnaise and I was like, oh, this is the things that we could do for each other. You need mayonnaise? I'll send you $5 to Cash App. Do you have it? Like you never know. Little things like that make a difference. Obviously, that won't go, you know, that far, but I thought it was helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep talking.
But
I got to potty yet.
I'll never forget it though, because another good friend of ours that live up here was like, just drive 60 miles just to get mayonnaise. Yeah, no, that's dumb. I don't think anybody would want to drive that far and spend that money in gas just for a condiment. But that was also before all this stuff perfectly fell into line. That was before, uh, you know, they didn't push the line back about the arm prick and, you know, the conductors and all this craziness.
All right. Sorry
That
about
was
that.
in the summertime, I think, August, September. My months and my weeks are so messed up from being at home.
Yeah.
Like, time is just all messed up.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. I wish I could be out there, but but I am here. I am out there spiritually. I have to sit by a YouTube. Somebody can call me lazy, but they don't know my suffering and what I go through. Yeah. I can't
Well, what are
stand
you
and march.
supposed to do out there? And
I mean, I can't march by people.
what does
I cannot,
marching do? We keep having
I
pep
get,
rallies for ourselves
my
at this
legs
point.
are horrible. This is no lie. I used to be in great shape, with all these surgeries and shit. It's like I can't, and now that pinched nerve, I can't even home. I got to get out. It's like, it's horrible. I'm going to fall. I start leaning over in the shower. I'm like trying to dry myself off. And my body sways. It's like my legs want to give out. I have to hurry up, get dry. Like I have to rush to get out there before I fall. And I'm afraid of cracking a hip. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary. It's like in our asshole, my landlord won't let me put a slip mat in there because he coated, like with this nasty chemical stuff, which coats it and they sand it down and coat it. And we got really sick after that. And it's peeling. You think I'm going to call him and have him redo it? Nope. Wait till I move. Then you can do it. Bye. I ain't dying. I read the chemicals that were in there. They were trying to say, oh, it won't harm me. Yeah, okay. I showed Tom everything. He was like, them lying SOBs. I said, you can't believe everything somebody tells you that it's safe, because it ain't. You got to look it up yourself. Hey, Sean. Sean's in here. I mean, I'm just tired of the lying. I'm tired of the things that are going on. It has to come to an end. I know, like it's so frustrating. It's like we as people can only do so much, but we have to come together and unite, because this is the time. This is the time we have to be there for one another. Like babies are gonna starve. They ain't gonna have their milk, and they're doing this shit on purpose. This is not false information. It's out there.
It is really out there now. And, I don't know. I mean, it was just incredible going around New York. And then we were in, we went to Wilkes-Barre, AMPA, where my husband's cousin is. And regular people are in a panic, just shocked. And I'm like, wow, let's come together and collectively figure this out, the best that we can. But for me, I'm just like, if I could be some help to some people, because I feel like it's about being calm and, trusting in God, and whatever will be, bringing people some peace.
Yeah, but it's like I'm crying. I feel the earth. I feel it. I feel the pain. I feel the pain of everybody. I feel it. It stinks to be me. It's like, it sounds weird, but I do feel people's pain. I guess it's because of my heart, I just don't get it. Sounds weird, but I feel it. I just feel that pain, and every time I see something, my eyes are just like bawling. It's just that heart. I guess that heart that God gave me, that I was given.
Well, you have eyes to see. Sometimes I think that some people, God gave the strong delusion because I don't know if it's so that they finally really realize how simple it is, that really it's just very simple. You either turn to God or you don't. And we get so caught up in life and our technology and so many things that we forget that, like, this is really just a short little period of our journey, you know?
Yep.
And it became taboo to be able to discuss that, because you had so many religions that either were Bible thumping you over the head that you're going to hell no matter what, or it just became such a shit show.
Yeah.
When in reality, some things are simple. There's good, there's bad, and we as a collective human race don't like to see people suffer. We really don't.
No, I don't. I've watched some shows and that like I've been watching. Everybody say how bad cops are, but there's one cop that's This is in Columbus, Ohio. And he showed videos like how they think all cops are bad. This guy went out of his way to do these videos. How he like he's a godly person, and he was like he felt so bad about these people on drugs and their suffering, and he would listen to them. Actually, listen and talk to them. And do you need help? Do you need this? He went above and beyond Call of Duty. He knew they were suffering. They had some tragedy in his life. He wanted to treat them like human beings because they deserve that. They're battling their demons, you know? And he was like, please get some help. I don't want to see something bad happen to you. That's caring. That's real caring.
Yeah.
And we don't have this in society.
No.
Society has gone ass backwards. It's hooray for me and piss on you. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing everybody suffer. I wish I was the richest woman in the world. Money wouldn't buy anything, but I'd make sure every veteran had a roof over their head. Every starving children would be fed. This sounds crazy. That people with cancer patients, you know, like they couldn't have their afford and treatments. I make sure it was paid.
Exactly. Well, like most men said, that's how we kind of know it's rigged by now because something's not right. None of us have hit the lotto.
Yeah, it is rigged. It is.
And
It's just
I
money
watched
making
some of those
gimmick.
shows
You
years
know, it's
ago.
evil. You shouldn't be gambling. Like I never went to a casino, you know. There was a mini casino and I know it's bad, but I didn't get addicted. That's the problem. I went over. My son took me for my birthday. I didn't win anything, but the next time he took me to hang out, you know, when he came again, I went over and I won and we split the money. I won twice. Wasn't much. Uh-oh, Herbert's coming in here. And I won and we split the money. Hi, Herbert. Hello. Wasn't much. How are you, Brother Herbert?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. So what's going on?
Oh, just talking about things that are going on that I see and just talking about what's going on with the trucks and mothers not having food, you know, like they get the WIC checks and there's not a lot of Similac and feeding babies, you know. It just wears on my mind. It wears on everything that I see, just wears on my mind, you know. And I feel for these people, you know. My heart pains.
I know.
You know, it pains big time.
Hey, Charity.
Hi.
Missed you tonight.
Oh, I was watching. I just couldn't chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was doing, like I said, I was cooking all day, cleaning. My husband's getting ready to come home. I usually don't miss, but I'm like trying to do everything on my own. I usually have somebody come in and help. I haven't had anybody in 3 weeks. So to help me do things. So I'm like taking my good old time. Oh, great. We have a troll.
You got the links and
I was fighting pneumonia, but I try to hang in there. I believe in God. I try to follow the word of the Bible, read it. But yeah, I missed tonight. I had a lot of dishes to do. It takes me.
But you've been watching a lot of Robert stuff and.
Oh yeah, I've been watching a lot. You know, going back on things using the King James Version Bible, that's online and referencing things. So yeah, I like to question a lot of things, but I've been leading into prayer more for everybody, and it's not about me. It's about those that are suffering, and I feel they're suffering, and it's just I'm so in tune with this world. It's like it hurts.
Yeah, I know it does.
It hurts bad.
So where did Michelle go?
I think she's still in there. Hey, RRC. So I'm like trying to help people with cancer.
Yeah.
You know, like do fundraisers to help them with their bills, you know, because that's my way of giving back.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
I help, you know, I make sure they get the money and I let people know do their testimonials that they got the money, that I'm not a liar, I'm not fake, because there are fake evil people out there that will abuse it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there is.
And we have a person who's been on many channels and supported other streams, and it's not right that they wouldn't help. She's got a Charity. You can explain more. I'm like really crying
Now
back.
she has
I need to pull
multiple
myself
types of
together.
cancer, but
I need to pull myself together big time.
we're women. Sometimes we just need to cry. But no, she had tongue cancer, and there became mouth cancer, and then a different type of cancer. And once the you know how it goes with medicine. Once more than a couple doctors said that's it, there's no other options of treatment that they see viable. Now there's only one doctor that has, something that he thinks that would be worthwhile. But insurance doesn't cover any of that. When they've written you off for hospice, you're you're on your own. There is no billing you.
Mm-hmm.
Hospitals don't bill you for stuff like that.
Oh, she's saved?
Oh yeah, she is. She just was praying for a little more time from, I think it's just she's made do with if she leaves, but she feels like, there's a lot because the home, having the home health aide, finding ways to get the cat settled.
Yeah.
I really think she just
Yeah, and she has to pay for all
and
this.
the
Her church is
charities
not
are
going to pay
all
for it.
over.
Oh, sad.
So it's like trying to get their attention because they will, help with home health aides and things. But right now they're so short staffed for hospice, for for home health aides and everything. It's really sad.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Well, didn't you mention that type of treatment is like with her cancer, that they can make a treatment out of that? Isn't that what you told me?
No, she's
Email
not doing
it.
genetic therapy. This is
No.
just, there's lots of different types of, chemo and things like that they'll try.
But you said what type of cancer? Like try to make a formula that kills that type of cancer. Remember that you had emailed me about that?
Maybe she explained it in her video, but she's had so many treatments. I can't honestly remember how to explain what this one would be, but I know she has a video explaining it.
Yeah.
Because they stopped the last treatment in the fall. That's when I was at the emergency room with her. And then one of the doctors, I think it's from Mount Sinai, is the one that said, no, we can try this, whatever this is.
We lost everybody. It says 0 people watching.
I can't remember what the heck it's called, though.
Don't
but it's
pay
in her
attention
video.
to that. They lied about that. There's people here.
Yeah.
I see 4 people.
That's a shame. I hate to see anybody suffer.
And I like to help people, I don't like to see them suffer, but this person wants to live, wants to do God's work.
Mm-hmm.
And, insurance.
It's more about giving back, right?
Yeah, it's about giving back. That's all it's about, giving part of myself to help others. That's what my calling is. And I know it is.
Well, that's Jesus' greatest commandment, love one another.
It's a good quality to have.
But we all have to come together and strengthen in numbers, because that's the only way things are going to happen. And I know we are at the end of times. I feel it. I see it. They're trying to starve people out, starve babies. They're doing all this stuff. It's out of control. And it's like, I don't feel pity boo-hoo for myself. Yeah. I know what I go through, health-wise. I know what my husband's going through.
And we'll get out
I'm like I'm finally like slowly getting recovered this pneumonia, but I fight because it's my belief, I'm not going to give up. But tonight I'm like trying to, like I overdid it in cooking and trying to shovel snow myself, and I'm trying to get everything ready for when he comes home and everything's in a row, because it's this week. Times are crunching.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guys, I don't usually miss Bible study. I don't.
No, I know. No.
That's all right. That's what we have the replay for. That's why we do it online. So
yeah, I always watch the replays. Yeah. I do.
And we always tell people that.
Oh, here we go. The troll's in the house. Hey, Troll Bravo. We got that troll in the house.
Oh, I X'd out of the chat.
I think Joe's still in there. So
Yeah.
Mano's in there. ARC. That's why I want to do a fundraiser for her. And I'm going to be doing one for my, it's like a double fundraiser, but I did like a testimonial and I wanted you to be
Yeah.
there so you can do your testimony,
Can we
Michelle,
schedule that
about
another
like
night?
that you did get to,
Can we schedule that another
you
night?
can, but it,
Okay. I'm trying to wrap up this, and I got to get this quarterly report put in, because if I don't,
yeah.
that school resource officer will ring that doorbell, and they will literally pull Sal right back to school. They already
Oh,
they already
okay.
threatened me the one time because I didn't write the paperwork correctly. It's what they're trying to do. They're trying to intimidate me, and that's what I have this
That's-
lawyer for that I called back who was going to help Anna. And unfortunately, after Anna died, the lawyer called me and said, "You know, we won your case. I know Anna's passed on now, but Anna won, which means the school would have been forced to send whatever curriculum and hand it over to us, and then she could have stayed at home and got her studies, because at that time it was all remote. There was no in-person schooling.
I don't know if there's any mods in there. Hang on.
So yeah, but I called that same lawyer, so he told me you call me immediately
Oh, John's got it. He's in
if
there.
that happens.
Oh, good.
So I mean, Charity's homeschooling. She can contest. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, they know not to threaten me with anything because they don't have the power to put him back and put the kids in school.
You can't give them power. You can't give them power because they are the devils.
I don't talk to them
Control
because I'm not
freaks.
supposed to. That's what the homeschool association, the Christian Homeschool Association, it's like $10 a month, but they've been amazing. They tell me, like, they send little updates in the mail. They give you a little card to call for a lawyer 24/7. And
can't
like they
afford
said,
it
you don't
right
talk
now.
to them. You just send them your paperwork and that's it. You do not
Yeah.
speak to them.
You do that here too. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you very fine. You're coming in great.
Homeschooling, and at the end of the year, they send you a final exam. You either pass it or fail it. That's it. And they don't
Yeah.
check on you, nothing.
Yeah, they pry on weakness, and especially with a lot of people homeschooling now, they know that a lot of people don't know things too.
Oh,
Because
especially
you can't
since
let
I
them
don't have
know.
Tom. Yeah, especially I don't have Tom. Where Lee knew he was the boss, like he handled the meetings and everything. Not that I wasn't with him, sitting next to him, but he handled it all, you know. And yeah, they're not going to play with me very well because, like I said, this lawyer that helped me with Ann on that said they're not gonna play that game because it's not up to them. First of all, how I educate Sarah, and if I want to bring the Bible into her education, I can bring the Bible. This is my home. This is not the public school.
they don't,
Oh, these are-
they have nothing to do with what you teach or what you don't, but you know, you don't have to tell them this stuff too, you know?
Everything has to be documented.
No, they don't have to know what you're doing for Bible study though.
No. Everything is just documented. I know that, but everything I have to document, like hours and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but you can make it all up if you wanted. That's what I mean. Like they can't
Yeah.
ask you for proof of anything.
True. I could make up some of the stuff. But boy, I'm lying some of the days. Ugh.
Yeah, they don't know.
They literally expect kids to do at least
They just
90
want a total
hours
number of
month.
hours, not even times during the day, what day, you know?
Do you have to do 90 hours a month?
Well, yeah, but you don't tell them when. Like, it's just supposed to be a minimum of 90 hours a month. You
So
can
that's
go
all.
over it, you
So
can
that's
go under
all.
it.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna pick for now on. I'm not gonna do a log sheet, a time chart exactly when.
No, you never give them more than
Okay.
you have to.
So I'll know
You can
this
keep
time.
them for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because this is my second time handing in a report. Now I know that mistake not to do that.
Yeah, I have an advocate that's going to help go over my report and then send
How,
them
and
in.
how do you find an advocate?
I went through the Christian Homeschooling
Oh yeah,
Association.
that's right. But you said that's $10 a month, right? I'll have to
Mhm.
budget that in. Can you? I think you already gave me that information. Could you send that to me? I'll have to see if I can budget that in.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of the little, like, because I got this little membership thing.
But
in
my
there.
town's a small town. I don't know if that factors anything.
It's for New York State, so it doesn't anywhere in New York.
Cool.
Yeah.
You both live in the same place.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny.
So
We
that's
only
why
like
she
about
got the
6 hours apart.
resources.
I think
Yeah.
I don't know how far Charity is from you. Like, how far you figured the drive? 6 hours? You figure
I think it's at 4, I think.
4?
I'm
That's
an
not too
hour.
far.
I'm about an hour from Albany.
We would have to like meet halfway. My problem is getting my fear of driving far distances.
So you need to put your faith in God and pray all the time. I do when I'm driving. I do. It's like
I think
don't
I pray
just
to
keep
God
your
every
eyes
day
on
I leave
the
before I leave the
road.
house.
I love
It's
You
that.
other
know,
people's driving. It's not my.
well, pay attention. Don't worry
I
about
do.
them. You do what you need to do. Pretend they ain't there and just pray. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So what did you think of that video, Michelle?
It was amazing, and I can't wait to continue to watch the rest of them. Like I said, it's going to be a
No,
7
I'm talking
series.
about the Photo Lens video.
Oh, I have to watch the rest of it. I tried sharing some of it,
You are way
but
too
I have to
young.
watch the rest of it. Did you watch all of it?
Yeah,
Go lay down, Molly.
I don't understand why they're not arrested and put, interrogated.
Well, my thing is, Herb, with this is I think something happened to her when she was swimming. Like you said, but when she was sitting between those milk jugs in that box, she was probably already deceased then.
Well, like I said, it's either an accident or she was sold. Those are the only two, the only two possibilities.
We did watch that part. We did catch that part where he walked onto the property and how the dogs immediately started barking.
Yeah.
So even someone would walk through the woods to the backyard onto the property and grab summer. There was no likely.
That's not
the
even,
dogs
he
would've-
explains that. He says that's even off the table. He said he knows that's a big lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame that's going on, you know.
And
It's
Doo-Doo Ron
just
has a lot
crazy
of
how
stuff
things
on
are
there.
happening. Yeah, there's way too much stuff going on. It's crazy. We have to focus on what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of parents
Like
harming their
with food
children.
shortages, these things are happening, and we have to focus. Like we have to stay together and stick together, and just be right here, be right now for each other, and because we don't know what's going to happen, we have to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're talking about the food shortages, things flying off the shelf. You know, and I think this is my opinion. I'm echoing on somebody's thing. Can somebody mute their mic, please? Somebody's echoing bad. You have to mute your mics. The echoes. Is you think it's you, Michelle? Yeah, it stopped. If it was you. I lost my
Hey.
train of thought.
Just going through the webcam, that's why.
Yeah, and probably. But we have to stick together because there is so much stuff going on. We have to help our neighbors, you know, in bad times, nobody's perfect.
Have faith in Jesus. He'll take care of us.
Yeah. I have faith in him, but like my mother, she lived through the Great Depression. She knew how to take care of herself. She
Yeah.
lived on a farm.
Well, like Noah was the biggest prepper there ever was,
We're
right?
just helping others that don't know how and teach them something so they will be able to pass it on.
Y'all having food shortages up there too?
Oh my God. I went to the store. Half the stuff was empty. Lucky there were some pizzas in there. I mean, I'm not into I have to be careful with processed food because of my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
But certain things I like try to get frozen vegetables because I usually grow my own, but like you can't grow broccoli here, so I don't know how to do that. But I like broccoli and I like Brussels sprouts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they were there, but like for chicken patties or something, if I just want something quick that I don't feel like cooking a full meal, and it's just me, and I'm not taking, cooking for the week for myself and then taking some up to him because the food's so horrible there where he's at, the rehab center.
Yeah, we got down here. You can find a lot of processed foods, but you can't find any meats, red meats, chicken,
And if you
or
can, it's really bad. It's all fatty and like no one wants to buy it.
frozen foods. You can't find any frozen foods.
Like I could, there were all the eggs were wiped out today. All the eggs, like
Are you
even one
serious?
came at my local store. But yet there was all the cheese and butter and
Yeah,
milk was gone. But my kids waste
Do
it,
it,
so I don't
John.
buy it
You have my
often.
permission. Block them.
it's weird.
I'm good on eggs for a while. So
You can buy all the processed
not
foods
that I
you want,
needed them.
but then you get whole food.
Yeah, they were the bread aisle was completely wiped out, which is
You buy
kind of
bologna and ham and hot dogs and
But you think
know,
about this during the wintertime, they
all
used to
that.
panic. This is what I'm saying, panic buying. They're trying to blame everybody now about what's going on. And the truckers.
You know,
They're trying to compare that to way back in time when there was winter storms coming. People used to buy milk,
Well, it's just
freeze
to
milk,
keep people
bread.
blindsided. It's all an excuse.
Yeah, and they need to stop that. They
We've
need to
had a
start
lot of warning on the
looking into
foods,
it.
a lot. That's why I tried. I tried to bring Jesus into preparedness, but it's only so much I can do.
I had to buy a friggin' like a roast for like $27, and I'm gonna have to chop it up into like steaks, like steak pieces, because the price of red meat like it's ridiculous, and that's gotta last the kids all month.
Yeah.
And it's only this
Michelle,
big.
I don't. I wanted to suggest something. I just spoke about this earlier before you came on. I don't know if you get flyers out there, but you have to look at the prices of meat, like if there's sales. That's your time of buying. Don't buy anything that's over
We don't
three.
have them anymore, though, Lisa. We don't.
Yeah, we don't get them
Yeah,
anymore. I don't think.
yeah.
In months, we
Okay.
haven't had that
Wow.
kind of sales anymore. That's what I've been telling people. Like, look at certain areas, and then you'll see what's coming to you, and then you have a
Springville,
chance to get ahead of it.
but that's far for me.
Yeah.
I think. I know that's ridiculous to say, but the weather lately doesn't cooperate to go to Springville all the time, so I'm stuck by going to the local store right around the corner from
You
me.
know, I was wondering. I don't know if you. I don't know if these stores, like in different areas, like if you check them out, they have a sale. I don't know if you can order online. That would be
I
great.
tried that.
It could
We
Yeah.
don't have
you.
meat left, though.
But they
like, at
don't. They
all.
won't. Like Walmart does this
I haven't
online, where
checked ours.
they do online where they get the order ready and you go pick it up, or they can like deliver it to you. But I live in a hick
Yeah.
town, and they're not delivering to a hick town like mine. So
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Walmart! I won't buy meat
Mm.
from Walmart. No, not after Nancy
I
Grace
won't
show
buy
years
anything
ago.
from them.
Walmart. I don't buy that Chinese crap.
No,
you don't buy anything from Walmart.
Yeah.
Not meat wise.
not meat.
No, I would rather just
Don't
go.
buy the vegetables either.
What I do is we read our labels to watch what's in it, and we have to make sure it's pure because of me. I get sick eating and it has to, even with meat, it just can't be have any chemicals or anything. It has to be pure and certified. Anything.
Everything I
Like
get from
I can't eat
Walmart,
processed food. I get sick.
See, that's the only store I have options, or it's Walmart. Tops is okay, but Tops is getting expensive.
Yeah, no, that's always
Yeah.
expensive.
Or I drive
I
to Hamburg, and Wegmans always has great sale, especially on vegetables. But I hear lately they've been low on stock too, so no point
Do you
driving
have
all the way
any
out
local
there.
butchers? Local
I
butchers.
do, but I do. Unfortunately, they are out of business, and I think they closed down during the COVID strike when
Wow.
Trump
Yeah,
was
we
just
Well,
had.
leaving
she's in New
office.
York, so they probably did the same thing
Yeah.
up further that they did here. You can't. You either buy. You might be able to get a whole calf. You got to order it in the beginning of the season,
Right.
or you have to get
Yeah.
two. So you have to find like 10 people to go in on it with you.
Yeah, because it's expensive. It's like I never even bought a half of a cow, but my husband always wanted to look into that. But it's got to be expensive, right?
Okay, Sean.
Now up here, yeah, but there's still other parts of the country I know that you can still
Yeah.
get
Now,
that
how
stuff.
is meat? I know meat's expensive, right? Red meat, hamburger, steak, cube steak. But
Yeah, it
have you
is.
noticed? Have
Yeah.
you noticed
Yeah.
this? All the meat is all fatty. Like it's not even worth buying, even if it was cheap. Like
I
what is
just
up
canned a
with
bunch
that?
of meat. I had to wash it off, get the
Yeah,
fat
I
out.
just bought 3
Like-
pounds of beef ribs, and it was all fat. It was all bone and fat. It was $20.
Somebody's trying to come on. I don't know who it is. but I had to
Is
kick
something
you.
going on with
Sorry,
the
'cause
farmers
I'm
and
only
their beef
wrong.
cattle? Are their beef cattle not getting enough
I
food?
wasn't trying to
Or
be rude, but I just
they
can't let you
killed them
in.
all. We lost a lot of our livestock. A lot of the beef was slaughtered in
Well,
the beginning of the summer.
because Biden's sending all our food overseas.
Yeah, exactly what we have left. Exactly.
sending overseas to whom and where?
Oh, Iran, Iraq,
Even Switzerland.
Yep,
Russia,
yep,
China,
yep.
My
This is what
brother's
I'm
good
saying. We
friend
gotta pay attention.
India.
in
Gotta pay
Switzerland.
attention. Gotta wake people up and say this is happening.
He
I
went
ain't
through the
playing.
store showing us all our food.
That's
was there.
misinformation, Lisa. Don't you know that?
Hmm.
I'm not saying that you're telling me that, but that's what they'll say.
I don't care
I'm
what they
telling you,
say
you should.
anymore.
They keep adding all these things on strikes and what you can't say now on
Not
YouTube.
for
Every day they add something.
Well,
not
guess
with the
what,
shortages and
YouTube?
stuff.
Well, you watch. They
Bug
eventually
off.
they will.
I mean, eventually they might, but I know right now there's just way too many people talking about it and sharing it. When people
It's
start to
like they're
realize
afraid.
it's not
They
coming
just like
back and it's
being bought
biblical,
off. You know what? I hope their family starves. Something bad happens to them and see how they like it. They'll be crying boo-hoo in the end. They'll be kneeling, and when God comes and spreads his wrath on them, they'll beg for forgiveness. Well, too late. Bye-bye.
be hiding in the
Truth.
stones.
Yeah, all our
Yeah, there's somebody else on there. I don't know what happened. I don't know who it was, and I wasn't letting them on.
We get stuck with the scraps.
Oh man, I'm just so irritated. Never been like that. I go through this phase when something bothers me. I gotta speak out, and I think it's like God nudging me. Say it, say it, say it. Don't be afraid. You know?
Yeah, we're not supposed to have fear.
No, I don't. I've been through a lot in my life. I experienced a lot of things happening to me. I had demons appear and demons attack my children, and I had to pray. I grabbed the Bible. My one son that was innocent was attacked by a demon. And I was really upset because my sister was doing witchcraft in the house, her house. And we were there visiting. And I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "You got a Bible? You better pray." Because my son was rolling on the floor, his eyes turned black. Stuff I never seen in my entire life. Because my son was vulnerable because of his health and stuff. He was innocent. Because he had seizures. He had a lot of health issues as a baby.
Wow.
Yeah, and it attacked him. I mean, I've been through it as a teenager. I've experienced things and gave it up to God. And yeah, there's things I've been through I don't talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie about it. I have nothing to lie. I have nothing to hide about. People need to know the stuff. This stuff is not fake. It's real.
Oh,
My
they're
son
gonna
was
find
swearing. His eyes were black and he was swearing. And I said, "You better pray." I told you shouldn't be messing with that stuff. I don't care, good or what, Whittakin or whatever. My child was there and it got inflicted. And we grabbed the Bible. I said a prayer. We both did out loud. And I said, "Demon, release my child. Release this soul that is pure." And we were going at it. Gone. Immediately, my son was fine.
I would never
'Cause
go
I
there
meant,
again.
no, that's my son. I said, "That's my child. That's God's child." I was fighting. I was waiting for it to throw me against the wall. I wasn't backing down.
Yeah, well, she was playing with stuff like
God's
that to
child.
put you in danger.
Yep.
That's horrible.
Well, it was something she was doing something for somebody else. I didn't know she was doing it. And I happened to be there, you know, and stuff like that night and just hanging out, come and visit her and stuff, like, because we were close and stuff and the kids could play and we can hang out.
Well, the
But
stronger
I
you
don't know.
get to your faith, the better your discernment to know.
Rebuke that stuff in the name of Jesus.
No, my mother was a faithful person. I learned that from my mother. I
What?
seen miracles happen. I watched when she cut her hand and she had stitches in her finger from like a knife. And she was just sitting there praying. And next thing you know, right there, honest to God, her finger was healed and the stitches were gone. They were gone. So that's true testimonial. You know, don't think God isn't real. He is real. People need to be careful be aware what the devil lies, because devil lies a lot. And he does lie.
I can be testimony to that. I'm the healthiest sick person there is. You take a look at my lab work, you think I'd be dead by now. And
Yep.
I feel fine.
Yep. We can feel fine. We can have stuff going on in our lives, but we're still here. We got the strength.
You know, I trust Jesus. He's going to take care of me. He always has.
Amen.
bud. Amen.
You know, it's just like people need to think it's a joke. It's like, this person's real. He's not a fantasy. He's real. I get tired of this generation of people saying, I want it and I want it now. I want my miracle now.
Did you see?
I want this. It's not going to happen. You can pray and pray and pray, but Jesus will show you the way. It's not going to happen right away. It will happen. He has blessed me so much this year because I used to be that way. He has got me through so much that's happened in my life through tough times and brought me back to myself. And I know he is my rock and my strength.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said I have a Bible here. Somebody gave it to me. And I was like, reading it. Because, I used to go to church and stuff like that. Like, I would have this Christian thing for kids. It was like missionettes for Jesus. And you'd have to memorize everything from the Bible. Every chapter you had to say, Exodus, and you had to go through everything to remember it. They would drill that in your brain. I was like, oh, but I did. But then when I was younger, I felt uncomfortable in the church because something was like nudging me, like this ain't right, push me to be an altar girl. My niece, I said, this church ain't right. She said, what do you mean?
That was the Catholic church, right? You were at?
I don't know what kind of church it was. I don't know. It was right around the corner from my house. And I said to her, this ain't right. She said, what do you mean? I said, God says this ain't right. Because they're asking people for money. And she said, she started laughing. I'm like, this is not funny. This is not how we serve God. And every church I went to, as I got older, I kept seeing it over and over. Give me money, give me money. And I kept reverting back to the Bible. When God got mad about the taxing the people. It's like these people are poor and they're trying to survive and make a living. And you're asking them for money. That's why I never felt sorry. This is how I feel. And this is how I think. It's called greed.
Mm-hmm. What it is.
God built his church in the open. He didn't put it in the building. Yes, in the building in the synagogue, where he's preaching. Yeah, when he grew up that way with his father, they did that. But he took his preachings out in the open.
Right? We're considered a church right now? If we're in agreement?
I'm sorry, hon, what was that?
Aren't we considered a church when we're together in agreement?
Yeah, we're the church bride. We are the bride's church, or the church of. We are Jesus' bride, which is the church. We are in the church age today. Christians are the bride of the church.
Without walls.
We are the true church.
Excuse me.
I'll have to send you this article later. I found that.
Okay.
Brick and mortar.
Well, you're gonna have to teach me how to share the stuff because like I said, I know some stuff about the computer, but
I just think this is
Which is
phenomenal. I think it's
way
really a
like
sign that we're going to get to go
This
home
is,
soon.
why people are so deceived today, because they go to a church, and then the pastor says, come to the altar, pray for forgiveness and ask God into your heart. That's not what the Bible says is for salvation. But they want to make you think that they are the only ones that can lead you to the Lord. So you put money in their offering plate.
my
I want
husband
people
was
to know that it's so easy to just
my
believe in
husband.
the blood
Exactly. And
and then
Tom,
open the book.
sees, it's grace through faith. Ephesians 2:8-9.
exactly. But
And
Tom was raised Catholic.
1 Corinthians 15:1-4. That's it. That's our gospel for
So simple.
today. But people get deceived and they get pulled away from the truth because you get these greedy pastors and preachers out there that want to preach a deception gospel, a bloodless gospel, and they try to bring you under the law and tell you, well, you need to come to church because I'm the only one that can, get you saved, or I'm the only one that can save you, or I'm the only one that can heal you, or lay hands on you, this is where people get deceived, and then they start getting into the wrong doctrines because they start reading all these other Bibles that are, that deceive you about the truth. It's just,
We're watching the mess right now. It's such a mess. It's so simple. It's what's so sad for me is it's so easy if people just understood. It's not hard.
So, I'm fighting people right now
It
on
is a mess.
Facebook because, they're still trying to come under the Old Testament. They think they have to come through God through the Old Testament.
I don't do Facebook. It's just but drama book. I'll tell you why. My niece, she speaks the truth about what's going on. Things have happened to her, and she's lucky to be alive. And this is basically over crazy politics. She had her lug nuts loosened on her car. She could have been killed.
Wow.
Twice. And now she wants nothing to do with Facebook. She doesn't talk out loud. She asked everybody, please, because somebody died in the family that I know, which is an aunt on the kids' side. And she said, I'm glad you were the smart one not to acknowledge me. Because she said, I've had crazy people on my page. I'm worried about my kids, their safety, and stuff. And yeah, like they were trying to kill her.
Wow.
So now she lays low, for speaking out. And that's why it's like, be careful, like you're trying to bring stuff to light, what's going on in the world with how crazy politics are. And then you're going to end up with your life threatened.
That's why we don't.
Kids, like I don't post nothing no more, especially pictures of my kids.
You're either of the world or you're of God.
And she knows it. She sees the evil. And it's like, she said, you're the only smart one. I like, yeah, because I don't go that way. I knew what you were doing and I would not mention you. Yeah. Because I after I was told about it, no, I wouldn't put you at risk or your babies. No.
I was sucked in for a little while and God pulled me right out. He yanked me out real fast this summer, just yanked me right out.
Yeah, it's just evil. We can't deal with them no more. We know what they're doing, but what's going to change? So let's do this, let's do that. I can't do it anymore because they're not faithful. None of them are. They're all liars. Like I said, my main motto is the devil is the worst liar. And they are. They'll feed you a line and they'll reel you in like a fish.
Well, he's beautiful and cunning and charming. That's what.
Yeah, they're all liars. They're all a bunch of stuck up, money hungry, greedy, evil lions.
And they'll all pay. They'll all pay. The piper.
Yeah, I just can't do it, my channel, I base it on helping people out. I base it on life experiences and then talk about something that's bothering me, what I see, what's going on. I see a lot of deaths going on, people killing their kids, the family members hurting. It's like, what is going on and with people? Why is this happening? Suicides. I'm like watching this stuff, I'm experiencing it in my own life and dealing with my own personal stuff. But I pray, like I like give it's like I reach out to others because that's my calling. Hey, I know you're suffering. I know I have depression. I know I deal with it. I've been through a lot of stuff. It's like we all got to pull together and help each other to get through these times because that's all we have at the end of the day. Here we go. Same troll back in there.
I whacked him once. I'm going to whack him again.
Yep.
I don't know how he got
Well,
back
my
up.
timing is slow over here, but like the opposite side of my channel where I have it open, they're just coming back. Block them, John.
My thing's frozen. Like you're.
I'm trying to do it from my side. I can't for some reason. Come on.
It's like not frozen on my phone because I've just been playing around with my phone, but
I blocked
on the
this guy once. I
computer.
don't know how he got back on there.
Thank you, John. He helped because I wasn't fast enough. I was trying to. Sometimes I have a delay and it's like hard for me. These trolls are horrible. It's like that's Satan in disguise right there. It's like they just come on to harass. You know what?
It's all right.
Guess what?
Let them do what they need to do because you know what they
You ain't worth my time of day. Bye bye. But I just think we need to work together in harmony for those who really need it and enlightenment and stuff. Our senior citizens like suffer, like this generation is like, I don't know. We have to save some people. We have to educate them, like with everything in our power, like help each other. I keep repeating myself and beating a dead horse, but I got to do what I got to do. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's the way I see it.
Yep.
I stay true to myself.
Yeah, it's already January 25th. Happy anniversary, Tom. Wow. Imagine it would have been almost, 20 years, like I said. Too bad. That would have been a nice time to celebrate 20 years with him, My phone just alerted me, sorry.
No, yeah, that's just like a bad thing to do right at this moment. Well, someday you'll see him.
Yep, we'll all see our loved ones one day.
Yep. I'll get to meet my grandmother, which my daughter is named after. And she's got her great grandmother's middle name. She's my only girl. She was my blessing from God, and God showed me her. So, yep. And that's why I will do anything and above and for her, and only my boys too. Till my last breath. Doesn't matter how old they are. They will always be our babies. Oh, I get to the dance, right?
I snuck out and I'm having a midnight snack.
I sent you message, Charity.
I said I have it on mute because I snuck out. I'm having a little midnight snack before I go to sleep.
What's eating good?
Snack. I just took my medicine, my sleeping pill, so I can sleep. It helps me sleep at night. and my other medication. So
Yeah.
it shuts my mind down from everything. So I don't hear deranged voices like a crazy person. Hear demonic stuff, even though I keep my Bible at my bed.
Yeah, that's not
It's been helping a lot.
God.
Well, I was put away for a while. Yeah. And I wasn't having it no more. So I fought tooth and nail to get better. Yep, somebody's messaging somebody.
Yeah. Mine.
Yeah.
No, it's not mine
Okay.
actually this time.
Probably me. Oh wait.
I'm eating ice cream. And I'm cold. Makes
Sorry,
sense,
they
right?
chilly in the summertime, so
Yeah.
it'll be 90 degrees out, and I'll be sitting here with a hot bowl of chili.
Lucy's just waiting for me to give her some, but she knows she ain't getting any.
That sounds good. I'm gonna do chili tomorrow night for dinner.
They make ice cream for dogs. I saw it in the freezing section, and one time it was on sale for like $2.99, and there was like, excuse me, thought I was gonna sneeze. There's like 4 little ice cream cups in it, and it's for dogs. So I'm like, what the heck? It's $2.99. I try it, and my dogs actually liked it.
Yeah.
I got it once for Mighty Girl and she wouldn't eat it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
She
some
would
dogs
not
won't
eat
eat it. Some dogs eat it, and some dogs don't.
I was shocked. She eats anything.
Right?
I think it was too cold.
No, literally, some dogs like it and don't. Because my sister's dogs don't like it, and I know another lady, when I posted the picture of it, said her dogs didn't like it. So, I don't know. I found out they make cookies now for dogs too.
Oh, they
Yeah, I
make
make
cakes,
her
they do
cookies.
everything. But you gotta know what's in it. You know,
Oh,
you
I
can
make
make
it
your
myself.
own. You can make your own dog biscuits. You can make your own things
I do.
because
haven't
you
done
know.
I
that
just
yet.
made Mighty Girl chicken strips. I took fresh chicken that was going to go bad soon and I sliced it really thin and I dehydrated it. So now she's got chicken
Because you don't know what's in those dog food.
strips.
They put a lot of preservatives and a lot of stuff that they had to recall for
I
dog food
dehydrate
because it
bacon
was
for them.
killing out them. It was killing them.
I do the bacon for them.
You got to be careful with our animals. You know,
Yeah. I
God
don't
gave
buy
us
anything
precious
less than
gifts.
Bacon USA. Now I'm real cautious about that.
I'm just so getting sick of people saying cats are bad, they're evil, dogs are evil. You know, it's like, how did they get here? They didn't magically just appear here.
That's what Sarah
They've been
wants
here
me to
through
get.
ancient times.
Sarah wants me to get a cat.
Lions have been here. Everything's been here.
I have
I'm just
5
tired
kittens
of
if
it.
you like one.
Oh no, because I already know what's going to happen, and even if it was a kitten or a mature cat, I know Lucy's not the boss of the house, but Lucy thinks she's the boss of the house, and her and cats don't mix. So I don't know how it would work.
Well, in my house, the cat lives downstairs and the baby gate keeps the big dog upstairs.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
cat, when I adopted my beautiful girl after my little buddy died and sick and broke my heart, I couldn't get attached to another cat because this cat has saved my life. Buddy saved my life. My door was unlocked and this cat woke me up early in the morning. My husband was asleep. Woke me up and my garage door, I did not lock it completely. It was wide open. This cat took me down the steps and showed me. And I was like, thank you, man. You get an extra treat.
I'm paying for 2 dogs and 2 hamsters. So believe it or not, people think it's cheap for hamster stuff, but with the bedding and the food and the snacks and all that, it gets quite expensive. So I was watching this video of how to feed it like it likes fruits and vegetables, so and like shredded lettuce. So it has been saving me a lot of money after watching a YouTube video. But however, I don't think I could take on another animal. Like I told Sarah, a cat, 2 dogs,
My cat.
hamster.
I would like a buddy for my cat, but they said when I adopted her, you know, that she can only be the only cat. And they said it specifically. I don't know why. She's been with other cats in there, but she was just like shy and on her own. She wouldn't interact. And when I
Right.
met her, it's like my cat from beyond connected us because she came up to me and was loving. And
Aw.
she loves to tap her tail. She still does it. She's funny.
Sounds like
And
my mom's cat.
she knows when I'm depressed. She knows when he's going through stuff. She's like therapy. She's like a therapy cat, and that's what I'm going to make sure she has her certificate that she is. But she's a good cat. She's really beautiful. She
Aw.
knows how to shake ball. She's just learning so much stuff, and like if I'm crying or something, she's right there. Like I could be on the phone, or I could be on watching a movie. She's right there. She has to be right there by my side, or even in the bathroom. It just this cat worries about me since I've been sick, or when he's sick.
Yeah, God
She's
definitely
been
gave us
depressed.
animals to comfort
Animals
a little
is
bit.
everything you know. Yeah, they give you comfort, and they
Do
know
you
what you're
have any herb?
doing.
Oh, sorry, Lisa.
Go ahead, her
Do you have any
Jerry.
pets? I can't remember.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have two dogs. I have a Maltese and a red tick hound.
Oh, that's right, because I have a Maltese Chihuahua and
Yeah.
a Akita.
Aw.
I had a German Shepherd, but we lost her.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think I'm gonna want another animal, especially because Bella's getting old and she's gonna pass away, and then eventually, I don't know, who knows?
yeah, Kippy's.
Lord willing, maybe the rapture.
I think we'll be out of here soon. I sent Herb a really cool article I'm going to share with Lisa for us. If you're around, Lisa, we could talk about it tomorrow if you get a chance. It's so cool. I think it's
Yeah.
exciting. Other people probably won't think it's exciting. I think it's such a sign of the times that,
Mhm.
I used to be so scared of I couldn't wrap my mind around leaving or rapture, or now I'm like, wow, I thank God so much because I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so grateful.
You know, a lot of people are not
I
going to
feel
make
like a
it.
nut job.
But you know what, Michelle? We can replace our animals, but we can't replace human beings when their life is taken. Everybody, this is the truth. You can't replace human beings. Period. Children, grandmothers, parents, anybody. You can replace your animal. There's a difference.
Well, who said
Life
anything
is so
about
precious.
replacing?
No, I'm just saying, I'm just making a statement. Life is precious.
Oh, yeah.
We can use an
Amen to
animal
that.
and like we'll get another one, but we can't replace human beings. That's what I was trying to say.
Amen to
And people
that.
don't get that. People don't get that. That's what I just want to state too.
Say, if these people don't get off this, get away from the old commandments, trying to come back under them, I'm telling you.
What was that, Herb?
Oh, I'm just reading some of these posts on Facebook.
Yeah.
People just want to keep
That's
trying to come
why I
under the
stay
old
away from
Testament
it.
law, and I'm telling you, they're going to get pinched for it.
Well, a lot of these groups are where people are asking questions and stuff like that, Lisa. It's not just regular posts or actual groups,
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I avoid everything because I know a lot of it's drama. They
You
just don't
know,
know, and I don't want to
Jesus is
deal with
not
that.
drama.
No, what
I
Herb's
want
doing,
to stay
you're
where
doing
I'm
the right
at.
thing, Herb.
Yeah, you are Herb. I'm not saying if you do what you need to do, what your calling is. I do what I do for what my calling is, and I stick to it. I try to help others. I talk about like my life experiences that can reach out and other people can relate. Like, and that's important. It can help others. Because that's the way it should be. Help others.
We're supposed to always
Yeah,
do what we
I
can.
took my medicine. So if I start slurring, it's my medicine. It's starting to kick in.
It's okay. I absolutely understand that.
No, I'm not drunk. No,
It happened.
means I'm
Yeah.
sleepy. Time is soon gonna hit.
How's your niece, Herb? Is she doing good?
Yeah, she's doing real good. Working on getting her daughter adopted. That should be done here in a few months.
Oh, wow. I miss our talks. This is nice, Lisa. Thank you for having it and for you guys coming in.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we need to talk. Everybody's got to be honest and open, and this is what it's about: talking and sharing. That's who I am. I'm not going to portray I'm like some fake person. I will share my testimonials of what I've gone through. Like I have limited stuff until I can get and sign up for more. Like
Okay, Lucy?
my channel where I have 10 people, but I'm not going to put 10 people on. Just being honest. I just like to keep it to like what we're on now because it gets overwhelming after a while, and then you can't hear this person or that person. So, and everybody's respectful here, and I appreciate it because that's what I like. Like let somebody talk, be respectful.
Oh, yeah, big panels sometimes are like, you can't pay attention. That's why I like, what is it, Zoom and something else where you can mute, people if they forget to mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't keep up when there's a bunch of people. I was listening to
Yeah, but
something that from the Uptown Church thing, I think it's called, the one Robert went on as a live stream, and I could not understand. They were all talking.
Yeah, get too many people in a conversation, it makes it difficult to understand what's going on.
yeah, because people go through life with their heads up their wazoo. I don't say it like that, if it's just like act like tears in the headlights, it's like they don't pay attention. They just go with the flow and believe what they want to believe instead of looking, opening their eyes and seeing what's in front of them.
Yep.
It's reality. Wake
My
up.
husband and I saw that today in a whole different way than ever expected. Tell you that. That was nuts.
Well, since I connected with Brother Herbert, let's just say I no longer talk to my sister and I barely talk to my mother. It's teared away even friendships, not just family.
Yeah.
And it's because of how to be correctly to be saved, and they get so mad about that. And I'm not the one calling the end of our relationships. They're the ones that stay away. I mean, my sister got so mad at me because I took my mom shopping to Walmart after she got out of the hospital from having COVID. And after having so many, and still get it. Like, she went off. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't want that drama. I'm tired of it. And if you get so mad because that I want to share this with you, and you get mad at me for being this
I
person.
don't share with people that don't want to hear. I just
I've
cut them off.
Really close too. And as soon as I tried to tell her the truth, she
zero friends I have in this town. Zero friendships. It's I pray God, if it's God's will, I get out of here. But if it's not, then so be it. I'm going to continue to keep having these Bible studies. If they don't want to be there or be a part of it, then fine.
Well, they got to understand, we're in the end times right now. There's no time to mess around, believe what you want to believe. You need to come under Jesus Christ and accept what he did for you on the cross.
Yeah. I don't force anybody to go or, talk to me or whatever. If they don't want to, there's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah, I don't force my beliefs on anybody. They have to come to
wish them well
to Lord themselves. You can talk to them to their blue in the face, but eventually they will come to the Lord.
Yeah. I always
You can
feel like
spread
when
the
you waste your
word,
time,
you
you're
can do
losing
whatever.
somebody else.
Exactly. But they eventually they will see it.
Yeah, one way or another.
Hey, Tribe 12 Bravo.
Especially with this alien invasion thing. I'll show you tomorrow if you're around. We could talk. I sent Herb the
Oh
link.
my God! I just got this thing about the Pope that he
Crazy.
could stretch the skin. Did you hear about that? I'm like,
No.
oh,
Hear about
What happened?
Hear about
the
what?
Pope. The Pope could stretch his skin. It was showing he was stretching his skin. Somebody sent me the thing and I lost it. I was like, I couldn't even view it after that. I was like, what?
I'm so
Yeah, that
glad that
he
I
was
canceled my son's field trip because he would be going literally, he'll be leaving next month to Italy, which they're from Italy. He would go visit Rome and all that. And the main purpose of this trip, what I know, was to brainwash him because half the people that were going were Catholic. And
Yeah.
Trip
yeah,
with what?
so the
Yeah.
senior field trip was canceled. He was supposed to go long time ago, but unfortunately now they're going in March, and I canceled that trip. So Nate's not going. His dad wanted him to go, which I have no idea why, because he thought it would be cool to experience Italy and all that. But I tried telling him, "Don't you see how many days they're keeping the kids in Rome for 3 days straight? Don't you see why?" And I told him it's not a good idea. But anyway,
Our school's not about any churches anymore. They're full out having satanic
I want to
club
say
activity.
something to John real quick.
something
John,
about
when you
Rome gets my nerves. I
can
think the
everybody
devil
hold up for
there.
one sec? Just one sec. John, if you post my cash link, I don't want the money, but if they do donate, that money will go to a good cause. That will go to Elizabeth or my daughter. That's it. To help her fight for her kids, what she's gone through. But the devil that she's dealing with, to help her get her kids in custody of them. So that's how I want it. It's not for me. That's how it's going to be done. And that's it. I don't need anything. Just want to help others. Thank you. Sorry, everybody. Go ahead and talk. I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, not at all. I'm finishing the laundry now. If Joe hadn't said anything, I would have had really smelly laundry tomorrow.
Oh, I got laundry that whites that need to be done. It's sad I
Thanks,
have to go to the
Bravo.
laundromat.
Tomorrow's a lazy day. Tuesday's a busy day. Tomorrow's a lazy day. Or today, rather.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a few. I'm gonna
Just
get a few
grateful to
hours
be
sleep.
feeling better. Thank God I was able to do a lot tonight, catch up on so much that I needed to, and just so grateful to feel better again. Hope you feel better soon.
Oh, I'm getting there. It just feels like I just finally get some energy, like I said. But you know what? I have to slow down, like my doctor said, and do what I need to do, and just not let the stress take hold of me. So I can get my energy back. And I'm still stuffed up because every time in the evening I get stuffed up. But I got to do what I need to do, and I got to push on. Just draw within my strength that God wants me to do, and just lean on Him because that's what I have to do.
And if you need to pray together or anything, you can call me.
I'm gonna move for a minute. I gotta get rid of stuff out of my lungs.
Lucy, do you have to go outside one more time? It is like 3:30 in the morning.
Dog, when they gotta go, they gotta go. They
Oh,
can't help it.
the other night was so cold, and my dog made me bring her out, that I literally was so upset, because then I was wide awake for a good 20-30 minutes afterwards, because it was freezing, like it is now.
Yeah, it is really cold out. I don't even.
Yeah, it wakes
I
you
took her
right
out
up.
an hour and a half ago. I let her out, and she peed literally in the driveway.
Nothing like the 0 or 2 degrees negative to wake you
Right.
up. My God, I was
Actually,
like,
Lucy,
ooh.
there's no excuse. It's 22.
I
You can
can't
pee on
remember.
the
Was I
lawn.
talking to you, Lisa? I was talking to somebody. I was tired. I was going to go to bed finally. And then the next thing I know, the dog had to go out. And I was like, oh my God, Lord.
Do you guys have fenced-in yards? Because I have a fenced-in yard where I could just let her out.
I have a
No,
fenced in yard, but there's one
she's a
problem. I don't have
German.
a dog, and I will never get one.
Oh, well, that's right. I keep
Yeah.
This
forgetting
We have a
landlord,
runner, so
cat,
our
we're
landlord,
Yeah.
our landlord will not let us have one because of
well, we didn't.
holes. And plus, you can walk through from the front to the back. There's no gate back there. So,
What size are your
but
husband's clothes, Lisa? I forgot to ask you. What size is he in, hon? Do you know? Can you get back to me? I got Tom's clothes all in boxes, like Mark pants, sweatshirts, and all that.
No, he's a big man.
My
with the
husband was in
water weight.
3X when he passed. He ended up gaining some, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know any,
3X and 4X.
okay.
I used to buy 3X, but because it shrinks.
Uh-huh.
But I've been buying them larger because with the 4X. Because when you wash stuff, you know how it is. Wash dry it and shrink.
Yeah. Well, Bravo, that's 3 times now. But thank you for supporting Lisa.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And thank you for being here. I thank everybody who showed up. I mean, I watched my movie, God's Compass.
Good movie. I was sorry to see that actress. I can't believe I forgot her name, pass away.
Well, I watched also not only like discard things that has a lot to do with drugs and God and how, like turn to God and help them through because of the events. Here we go. Another troll. But.
Yeah, I'm listening to this
All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off for
LG
the day.
guy.
All right.
Good night,
Herb.
Herb.
Hold on, guys. Good
Oh,
night,
Herb.
Herb.
All right, Herb. I sent you a message before you go to bed.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you
Good
for
night,
coming.
brother.
I appreciate it very much, very much.
We were going to actually get the fence put in because this house didn't have the fence up. They had a little fence in the front, but around because the gardens and everything are already fenced in. But we waited. We did the wood burning stove first, and then this spring, depending on finances, then do the fence because we were so focused on everything going on and making sure we get the wood stove again because we lose power a lot, so everywhere we ever live we always lose power up in these parts.
Oh, I never lost power during winter
losing
storm,
power. I got a call.
but
Spectrum.
it was like when there was like everybody was like it's like a really hot summer, and because of everybody run their ACs and stuff, it just like it blew one of the generators outside. It blew it off. It sparked, and I seen it happen, and the whole power went out for everybody. Stores had to shut down. They couldn't. They had to wait. Tell everybody they got to go. Yeah. Transformers. That's what it was. A transformer blew. You could see it spark. It happened near me. Right there. I seen it fry. I've actually looked out my window and seen it fry. So they had to come out and fix it. Had it done in no time.
Oh, in the country it's not like that.
And then another time, it happened on the opposite side of the street, and I lived in my basement when I moved here. Once they cut down the trees, we didn't have any AC. No, just had fans. We could open our windows, but then we had to drive around in the car until the power got on because we were living in the basement because I had surgery on my knee and we were living down there because it was cool. And we'd come up to eat and open our windows, like in the evening. But that's what we had to do. It was hot because the basement was the coolest area. You got to do what you do. I need to do. And that's all it is to survive.
I'm happy because of where I live. I know a lot of other places, don't lose power and stuff like that, but I'm happy that we did because especially with the cost of oil now, having the wood stove is really a blessing. Again,
And
it really is.
Coal stoves. Doing it in there. Great.
My parents have a
These are
little
all
fireplace,
natural
and when they lose
resources
power,
that
it
they
helps,
can
but
use.
nothing like that.
Cultivate the earth. Cultivate the
Well,
earth.
ladies, it is getting my time. Plus, one day is already here, and
Yeah, it's almost 4. I need to get off my here myself.
I just want to make sure my daughter's
Right.
paying attention. So it's not state testing; it's my testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got to get my report written out, and I got to send it in by the beginning of February. So, yay me! But this time, I'm not gonna give her a log sheet. I'm just gonna add 90 hours for this month, 90 hours for this month, and so on.
That's what
I'm
we do.
not gonna give
All
her
right, good night. Thanks for coming. I'm glad Herb showed up.
log sheet.
Thanks everybody for showing up. It's very
Yeah, much love. Thanks for going live. This is awesome.
yeah. I just get disgusted
Keep
with
fighting.
things.
We all do. We all get there at some point, right? We all get
Yep.
frustrated and mad.
Yep.
All right, Charity. Lisa at 12 Bravo. Everybody in the chat, thank you for supporting Lisa. John, thank you for posting the Cash App. Love you guys.
Bye, Michelle.
Good night.
We're heading to nighttime. Lisa, I got a movie I'm going to send you. One of the recommendations
mine's
Herb sent me. You'll like it.
Great. I will. I need to get off here, chair, and I'm
love
sure
ya.
you have to get off. I'm just so tired.
I love you. Get some sleep, okay?
Yeah, love you too. Love everybody that showed up. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Much love. Peace out.